Warframe. Don't you just love it when YouTube has an autoplay? Yeah. How about we get started with that, shall we? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. How are you doing? I didn't intend for that to happen. That was stupid. I just wanted to open up the channel, update a link there because I realized... Echo? What do you mean echo? There isn't an echo, Esprit. Don't fucking do that. Anyway, because I realized that there is actually an incorrect detail. Yeah, there is no echo. Esprit's being silly, but it's fine. If he keeps it up, I'll just, yeah. Anyway, let me update that command, because one of the chatbot commands is out of date. I will quickly fix that one. Bear with me. I will very quickly fix that one. That is this one here, and Kensha details are here. There we are. Right, that's updated. Cool. Just because the last time there was a Warframe stream, there wasn't the updated post, but now there is. It's a donate stream that's echoing for you? Oh, right, okay, yeah, you got two streams open at once. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Welcome in, everybody. How are we all doing here today? Preferred to Cat Sayboot, what up? Love you guys on YouTube. Was wondering if any are getting updated. Well, I do post guides, actually, roughly every week. Yeah, I post videos roughly every week, so, yeah. Yes, is the answer when I put them up. If you're looking for me to update a previously released guide, usually previously released guides don't need any particular update. If there are major changes to the game, at the end of the day, I don't actually have enough time to go back through every other video I've done and redo and re-upload them. I just don't have the time for that. So, the older a video is, some changes will approach it over time, yeah. QDCC drop. There are no QDCC drops on this channel at this time. Your best bet to find out more about that is to do exclamation mark QTCC. Take the link over to the Warframe schedule. It will show you when drops are active on whose channel. My channel will have drops active on Saturday. So that is in 6 days' time. There'll be drops here. 6 days' time. Speaking of QTCC, for anyone who's not noticed at the top there, over 1,000 dollars have already been donated through this channel to the quest to conquer cancer, and honestly, you guys are amazing. I set the goal at 1,000. It now says 4,000. That's a stretch goal. The original goal was 1,000. The original goal remains 1,000. You guys have obliterated that, so I cannot thank you enough for your support already. It has been incredible. Since we were last live, at least last live with Warframe and QTCC, I want to add on a thanks to some people who've donated outside of that. So there was Black Flash donating $41.13. There was Dave McIsaac donating $33.43. There was Betty, who donating on behalf of Predator, donated $50. Jazz B, who donated $33.45, and then Eliu with the message, surely not Betty, so definitely Eliu, donating $50 to it as well. So that's what has brought us to this incredible total so far. You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you very, very much for your support so far on that one. Now, of course, it's not over yet. Every extra bit of support will push through the additional push goals. There'll still be the additional platinum giveaways. Those lot will be drawn over on the Saturday stream. And if there are any more goals which are hit during or after that Saturday stream...
I'm joking around as Esprit, but today let's be real. My name is Alex, and I say, cancer sucks.
Wow. Okay, as I was in the middle of all of that lot, Esprit, Alex, no. First of all, revealing more lore about Esprit. We get the lore behind Esprit. I mean, you heard the message right there. You all heard the message right there. What you may not have heard, for those of you who are on audio only, is that was a $275 donation there. Alex, Esprit, Mull. No, not Mull, Null. Sorry, I screwed that up. But all the same, Esprit, Alex, Null. You absolute legend. Thank you very much for that huge contribution right there, bringing us up to $1,333 raised now. We're 1/3 of the way through the push goal of all damn things. Thank you very, very much on that. For anyone who hasn't been following the details with how this all works, basically every $100 that has been donated, that is going to lead to another 100 platinum prize on the Saturday stream. Or if any of that is donated during or after the Saturday stream, it'll be done on, after the Saturday stream, it'll be done on a Sunday stream at the end of the month. Same every $250 donated, that adds on a platinum prize. Every $500 a platinum prize. Every $1,000 is a Prime Access giveaway, and that will be Grendel Prime Access, so it will be the new one as and when that rolls around. Oh yes indeed. Ashley Veteranasi, only 1,500 more an outfit, do you remember correctly? It's now less than that. Yes, there are also additional incentives throughout, so we've already unlocked that there will be a radio only stream. That will be the Saturday stream. That Saturday will also have cat ears all the way through. Yeah! Hello Selves Gaming. Cat ears all the way through. Is that 1,300 plat giveaways? Not quite, no. As much as $1,300, a couple of the items on there replace the $100 platinum one, so the 500 platinum replaces the 100 plat giveaway, and the Prime Access giveaway, which has more than 100 platinum in it, also replaces that. So there'll be 11 current 100 plat giveaways, plus the other two larger giveaways, plus the 250 plat giveaways, 2 of them in there, and it's just going to keep on scaling apparently.
Yeah, cat ears and hopefully maid outfit.
It's a while to go to any maid outfit, okay? It's a while to go to that. We would need to hit $2,500 raised for me to debase myself to that extent. Okay, like, I know it's for charity. Put up. If that's what you want to see, put up, quite frankly. Because We've hit the goal I was looking for. We've hit the goal I was looking for, you know, 1,000. We blasted right past that. We're 1/3 of the way past that. I'm cool. If we stop at 2,499, I would not be upset. I'll be quite honest with you. So it's a thing. Thank you for the pyramids, Flo. Appreciate it. What did you miss? Maid outfits? Yeah. Exclamation mark QTCC. You'll have a link to that, not only to the Warframe schedule, but also to my post on the YouTube community page, which has the full graphic, shows all the details as to all of the milestones that you guys can hit. I hope those cat ears are comfortable. We'll find out, won't we? We'll find out. That's all I'll say on that one, Tom. We'll find out. But yeah, for everyone who has donated to that so far, you are absolute legends. Thank you very much for your generosity, because it is huge. It really is huge. So thank you so much on that. New Brown Lincoln saying, love your YouTube videos. TY for no YouTube voice. Oh right, I get what you mean. Yeah, I think I get what you mean. I mean, you love the videos, so I get that bit, that's obvious. No YouTube voice? That bit I'm not quite following, I'll be honest. Is there a standard YouTube voice people use, or is that a TikTok voice? Because, yeah, the auto voice on TikTok... God, anyone who uses it just has no audio taste at all. Missed your pin message. Sorry, Predator. There's been so many messages and so many things I've been talking about. Let me scroll up and grab that. Gonna be a baby tenor again. Gonna be creating PC account for Warframe. Fair do, Predator. Fair do. Your mic's closer in the YouTube videos. So when I am doing a YouTube recording, I'm actually got my microphone around this way, and I'm talking directly into it with the script on this other screen here. The problem is that doing that, I'm kind of off to the side the whole time, which looks terrible. So instead, if I want to interact with you lot, I need to turn away from the microphone and script and turn to the camera right here. And so that changes how the audio sounds a bit. Also, I do run it through a couple filters and passes to make it clearer and cleaner. And take out all those awkward breaks. So yeah. The cliche, what up YouTuber voice. I honestly not sure what that is. I'll be quite honest with you. Maybe I just don't watch the wrong side of YouTube. That's all I can really put to it, quite honestly. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like a compliment, so I'm taking a compliment. I don't fully understand it, but I don't have to fully understand it. It's all good. What I do want to fully understand today is the Basmu and the Seti Lacera. So, for anyone who is completely unaware, these two are available, along with the Sheave, but who cares about the Sheave? These two are currently available over in the Nabra store. Once that Nabra store closes, you'll be able to trade for them from other players, but you won't be able to get them to yourself directly until another store pops up. So there's that. The overexcited dead inside voice. Again, clearly I have better taste in videos then, for what I choose to watch. Maybe that's it. I just stick to channels of quality, I guess. I'll watch Mumbo Jumbo, I'll watch Green, I will watch Kurzgesagt, I'll watch Loco TV. Things to that effect. But yeah. Who's to say? Right then, Basmu. Now the Basmu, for anyone who's not looked at the Basmu before, it's a very curious weapon. The sentient war instrument can either barrage targets with explosive bolts, or draw its regenerative battery to create twin plasma beams that chain through targets. When fully drained, health is leached from nearby foes for a short period. Now already, explosive bolts, it's got electricity and heat. I don't know if explosive is the term I'd use. And then creates twin plasma beams, it's again electricity. Fair enough, so it's an electric heat weapon. The heat is minor compared to the electricity. The electricity here is over twice the damage, just slightly over. And the radial attack has a tiny 1.7 meter radius. So it doesn't really go all that far. It's got a very small fall off. And the fall off's information here is still incorrect. So, yeah, D. Just saying, there are 2 fall off stats in the game. Can we get different things for those?
I was hesitating to donate due to not wanting the maid outfit stream. However, can I put this towards the Spectre video? Regardless, cheers.
Oh my. I guess I'm getting a maid outfit. Raynuva! I understand you not wanting a maid outfit stream. I understand. For the fairness to everyone else and the way that it's set up, I can't do that another way. That's gone on to that one now. If you wanted us to not do that, that is... I would have suggested doing something different. But all the same, Raynuva, oh my god, that is a lot, right? $1,000. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ray, for your incredible contribution right there. Yeah, anyone who's on audio only or just wasn't paying attention to the alert there, yeah, 1,000. Ray just took us from 1333 to 2333 here. We just blitzed straight through a whole chunk of stuff there. We are $167 away from the maid outfit. What? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, the postcards. Yeah, can't be skipping over the postcards. Both SP and Ray are also absolutely getting themselves some postcards out of this. Yaha. Ray say, I live off 50% of my income. I have a lot of extra monies that I hoard for rainy days. Well, you are turning some rainy days into some sunny ones right there. Absolutely, Ray. You are going to... That contribution right there, that is not small pennies. That is not a rainy day right there. That... Well, there's no small amount of it. That can be literally life-changing for some people. And through this, through QTCC, it will be literally life-changing. I can say that. Because the entire Warframe's goal was 100,000. The whole of Warframe as a team was 100,000. You just did 1% of that yourself. Ah! Alright then. Yeah, that's... Okay, yeah. That's... Well done, Ray. Yeah, you've completely blown all expectation out of the water. So there, thank you. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. Wow. Yeah, Flo, maybe not. Next week, you transfer Memorial. Fair do, Rape. I will, out of delicacy... Is that what? No. Delicateness? Yeah, delicacy is the wrong word. Out of sensitivity, I shall not ask more. There we are. Where's that put us on leaderboard thing? Very good question. I actually would like to know that as well, so let me have a look here. Where does that put us on the Warframe team leaderboard? That is a very big question right there. I'm just going to scroll down. Roster. Jeez, wow. Yeah, we are second only behind Angela Set. And Angela Set is also one of those who's already had the... Thank you, Ray. Delicately. Yes, you've broken my words, but at least you remember them yourself. Thank you. Yeah, we're only behind Angela Set at this point. Who has already had the QTCC stream with drops. We haven't even had that yet, so wow. Hello, Brother Oni. Evening, Ken and chat. How is everyone? Well, Brother Oni, let's put it this way. Ray just donated $1,000 to QTCC through this stream right here. So, yeah. By how much? Angela Set is at 2,789. So we are, what's that, $456 behind? I think my math is correct there. 456? Yeah. So, Ray, you got us over 2/3 of the way there to catching up to first place. Gee, wow. Oh, my God. The community has personally donated over 2% to the grand total before this special drop stream. Yeah. Yeah, this... You guys are actually beyond incredible. All of you who have donated to it. Actually, just all of you in general, but especially those of you who donated to it. Oh, my God. I don't have the composure for this. I genuinely lack the composure to thank you guys enough for this. Wow. Thank you. Lubrium Lincoln. Thank you for also subscribing with your Prime. Adding to the channel through that. And Shezbot, doubling down on that, subscribing with Prime.
Damn.
Yeah, for 3 months no less. Shezbot and Lubrium Lincoln. Thank you both for subscribing with your Prime to the channel here. I appreciate both. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, I have run out of words. That's just kind of... It turns out that every dollar you spend takes another word out of my vocabulary, and it turns out I had about 3,000 words, so I'm down to the 600 words at this point. You've broken me. Shall we, Basmu? Barely started the stream and things are already going crazy. Yeah, just a bit, Vlad. Just a bit. Ray said, I normally give Ken migraines. Today, give him brain mush. That works, yep. How about a happy Ken sound effect in celebration?
Not as much as the previous guy, but I want to contribute to the maid outfit too. Ramau.
The maid outfit specifically. Okay. Ashley, thank you very much for the $50 donation. It doesn't matter if it's not as much as the previous guy, by the way. I want to make that very clear. This isn't a challenge. This isn't a competitive race. This is together. You specifically said no for maid outfit. I know you did, Ray. Yeah. Right. Just... It's to the other person. Okay, yeah. Ray doesn't want to see the maid outfit, but prefers to support the cause and accepts it. Like, I think Ray and I are actually on the same wavelength in that one, in that it's for charity. It's the primary reason. It's for charity. It is a quest to conquer cancer, and in a quest, you sometimes have to accept wearing a maid outfit. Which is very, 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 very close to being an actual thing now. Ashley, it's not a competition. It's a collaborative effort, and you have collaborated to it as well. So Ashley, thank you very much for the $50 there. That is absolutely huge. Thank you very, very much on that. Chance to get the maid outfit. Oh, you guys are amazing. I'm barely going to get time to talk about the Basmu because here we go. Big Bird as well. Big Bird 36024 subscribing with your Prime. Thank you for dropping that over here as well. Adding to the support. You guys are just amazing. Shezbot asking what are these tickets about? Exclamation mark raffle, Shezbot. That gives you all the details right there. I'll let the bot handle that better because my words are dying. Wearing a maid outfit for charity, yeah. I mean, it's some charity to a lot of you guys and gals here who are clamoring for it, so, you know. But he's saying, hi Ken, got a DM saying something about maid outfit. Betty, Ray donated $1,000. Let's put it that way. Yeah, Ray donated $1,000. I hope that answers everything you need to know. Yeah. Yeah. If QTCC is just shy of 50k, we've donated roughly 5%. Good point, yeah. Actually, yeah, good point. Yeah, it wasn't 2%. This... Oh, I got it. I'm going to look at it again. Yeah, so Team Warframe has $48,849. I'm getting out the bloody calculator for this. So we're on 2383, and Warframe as a total is 48849. We are 4.88% of the entire amount done through this campaign. Basically, that rounds to 5% of the entire lot. Oh my god. Ray say, Betty, I stand that I am Ken's biggest supporter. I mean, Ray is the Trinity supporter, yes. Ray had to specifically ask me to reduce how much his name is on video credits because he supports more than anyone else. That he actually qualifies for multiple places. But he wanted to keep it more humble. Or something like that. So yeah. Basmu. Yes. Crikey. Basmu. How do I transition from that? Need a drink after everything that happened this stream? I think that the Saturday stream is going to do more, but Vlad, thanks, I hydrate. Cheers. Sent you chopsticks? Yeah. No Basmu only donos? I mean, Simfire if you're offering. The Basmu here. It's got a, on its main attack, or primary attack I should say, critical chance 15%, which is a bit low, and critical multiplier 2 times, which is very basic. Made outfit stream because you fall into alcoholism? No. Maybe yet further re-evaluation of self-worth, but... First saying, I gotta say this is also due to a certain person's work to build a community. You're amazing too, Kit. Thank you, Flo. I appreciate that. At the end of the day, it's you guys who are donating, you guys who are being the absolute amazeballs people, supporting, putting an end to cancer being a threat to everyone, really. I'm the entertainer. Y'all are the bankrollers, so thank you very much on that. Really. Thank you. Oh. And there's another sub right there, Silapante. I think that's how I'm supposed to pronounce that. I'm going to go with Silapante until you tell me otherwise. It might be Silopant. Silapante? I don't know which one it's supposed to be, I'll be honest. But all the same, thank you very much for subscribing with your prime. Welcome into the channel proper. Enjoy your lovely blue badge, your remotes, your access to the supported D-Lounge. That's a premium channel over on my Discord. And no more ads when you join into the stream here. Huh. Cheers indeed. Just on a note of emotes as well, as part of all of this lot, you have all unlocked a new emote which will be coming out on Saturday, the Kenpat emote. Very, very, very few people know what that emote looks like. I didn't think I'd be releasing it. And then QTCC rolled around and thought, yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. We'll see what happens with that one. Honestly, Ray, that's absolutely fine. Timing is as timing is. You've still obliterated contribution, Ray. You're fine. You're fine. So I'd say I had to drop a sub because of the terrific content you drop on YouTube. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming over and doing that there. And I hope that I can be worth it enough for you to continue to do so, basically. I hope I can continue to be worth that. At the same time, Vigert. I'm just guessing on how to pronounce these usernames, but Vigert, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime as well. Dropping it onto that level 2 hype train. We're halfway through now. Thank you very much for your support here. Again, the badge, the emotes, the premium channel, the lack of ads, you know the drill at this point. You heard me say it seconds ago, or if you didn't, I can repeat it if you need me to. But you're already subscribed, so you see what you get. Thank you. Right. Okay. Secretary say I was going to spend my birthday money on a sub for myself for once, but apparently in-app purchases are unavailable at the moment. Oh, well, there you are, Nick. You enjoy your birthday money all the way. Pronounced quite alright. I seem to be on a roll with this at the moment. That's good. What's on that Kuva Dragoon? That one is a 47% heat. I think that's just... I went and grabbed it. Wait, Basmu. Yeah, Basmu. It's the Basmu. A lot of status. A lot of status on it. 29%. It has a fire rate of 12. Reload is 0.2, but that's not quite accurate, as you'll see shortly. And as I said, that tiny range. It then also has a held attack. I don't know what accuracy 3 means, because it is a beam. Numbers. Accuracy is just there. It's a held down beam with a fire rate of 12, a critical chance of only 2%, but a critical multiplier of 4.8 times. This was basically the Kuvanu core before the Kuvanu core existed, in terms of such a stupid combination there. And what that basically wants is for you to use either Arcane Avenger, get the Harrow crit buff, get the Adaza crit buff, or get the occasional Smeeta crit buff. Mostly Adaza and Avenger are the reliable ones, Harrow if you want to use Harrow. Because those will give you absolute values, rather than trying to modify this one, massively scaling up the power on it. Does the accuracy on a beam weapon means it twirls less? Yeah, you do get some kind of twirl on it. It's just... The very inclusion of accuracy stats on beams is just weird in the first place. And last place, and all places. Check out my accuracy guide if you want to understand just how stupid accuracy is in this game. Anyway. Seviloff Augment crit buff. There are going to be other sources of absolute crit I'm probably forgetting. I don't know if Seviloff is one of them, though. As it might be a strong contender for Citrine weapon. True, yes, there's Citrine as well. There was one I was forgetting. Thank you, Chesbot. That was one I was forgetting. With Citrine, it'll be less effective because the chaining effect won't guarantee you'll chain to crystals, but it'll still be there, yeah. At least on a single target thing. Also good evening, F-King. So, yeah. It's a weird weapon in terms of its stats there. And it gets weirder in practice. So let me just take this down to the simulacrum real quick. We'll bring out a good old testing Lavos, make sure Carrier is definitely defanged. Yep, good. And I have got a build on here at the moment, because this is the first time I've looked at the Basmu. But let's drop us down into the sim.
You are a true hunter. Where would the sanctuary be without...
Where would the sanctuary be without us, eh? Let's give this a quick whirl and see what else is going on with it, basically. Pop ourselves in here. Alright, so Basmu, 2 firing modes. 1, automatic. And you can see that recharge on it is very quick. That is a very quick recharge. So it's got a 0.2 second delay before recharging, so long as the magazine doesn't empty. If it does empty, you then go through a full 2-second reload process. Might be slightly low because the arcane I've got on the moment. Let's quickly take that off. Yeah. There we are. So it has a 2-second reload when you empty the mag entirely, rather than 0.2. And it lets out these pulses. You might be struggling to see. So let's grab some enemies and see what actually happens. Maybe not the Xmas units. Let's maybe not have some Xmas. Let's go for normal troopers, shall we? Hello, everybody. It's going well. Ray donated $1,000 to QTCC, and we've had other generous contributions along the way from the likes of Ashley. So, yeah. It's going well, I think. So, if we empty the mag here, you'll notice it causes damage to all nearby enemies. Now, there is fall off on it, so that one was taking like 4 when this was taking like 14. And it's not got infinite range. You can see how many of them are not being staggered around, and the amount of damage is actually, well, low. At least it is when they've got a load of armor. If I strip the armor, I'm sure it'll look bigger. But not by a lot. Actually, I don't think that was any bigger. Oh yeah, it bypasses armor. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? So, not really doing a lot to them. Not really doing a lot. But the actual weapon itself... well, that can get a little bit of work done. And this is with no stacks built up. Now let's start building up some stuff. And I've got the arcane taken off as well here, so... and you see, we start to get a bit of work done, don't we? This is with no arcane on either. It can start to get a little bit of work done. Bring back the days where the pulse did exponential damage? Yeah, probably best we don't go back to that. So let's attach that. And yes, I know that is not a fully ranked acceleration. The build is unfinished. And can I fit on... I'll need to take something off. Let's take that off for the moment. Combat discipline. Just to trigger Revenger here. kill the troopers and get some fresh ones in. Here we go. Slightly overcooked that. So yeah, if you don't empty the entire magazine, you can keep firing a lot more, because you don't get that really long reload animation. And we can put out a fair amount of slash. I'm not getting a vendor to proc, it looks like. No. Yeah, it does look like Avenger is being a bit of a dick right now, doesn't it? Oh,
Made
hello.
outfit time.
Who was that and how much was that? Alright, yeah, Airsoft Sniper with the $117, rounding up exactly to 2,500. We've hit the milestone. So the Saturday stream, which is going to have so many people's attention. Oh, what have I done? For a lot of people, this is going to be the first time they've ever seen me on live stream. In fact, ever seen me in the flesh, as it were. That Saturday stream is going to be cat-eared, Urali only, maid outfit. The outfit is on its way. It's not actually here yet. I'm hoping it'll be here in time. Actually, I'm hoping it's not here in time. Half and half. Thank you very much, Airsoft Sniper, for your generous contribution. And also, Airsoft, because you have donated over $100, 100 or more, also gets you a personalized postcard of appreciation. So that's going to yourself, that's going to Ray here today, that's going to Esprit, as well as the others who have also earned that throughout this campaign so far. Thank you very much, Airsoft. What are the goals after this? So after this, it is the same goals. It goes through a repeating cycle. So there are still the additional platinum giveaways that we added on. There is still the additional Prime Access. There are going to be 2 Prime Access giveaways at this point now. And if we continue going up through, there'll be additional ones happening on top of that. There is also the fact that there will be 4 Umbral Former applied by your discretion. Is it 4 or 5 actually? 5. 4 to frames and 1 to a melee weapon of your choice. So I'm going to be umbraling the heck out of things I probably never wanted to put Umbral Formers onto, as well as putting normal Formers just everywhere. Again, your choices. As well as using Uranium the entire time. As well as maid outfitting like that. I just... Alright, yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? Imagine accidentally deleting your Uranium right before the stream. Which one died? I've got 2. Yeah, we're at the point where you could put 4 additional Umbrals onto that Urali, if you could even put a 4th Umbral onto a frame. I don't know if that's even possible, quite frankly. But there we go. Charity! I've lost all of my stacks. This is gonna be a thing. 7 on levels? Why 7 on levels? Why? Why stop at 1 Umbral? Oh gods. What? You want there to be more Uralis? Wow. That was a question. What affects the length of the period that Lavos is
I don't care what
first?
gender you are, put on the maid outfit.
Thank you, Betty, for the 100 bits there. And confirmation, yeah, there will be a maid outfit now. That is locked in. It's happening. Back to Tab's question. What affects the length of the period that allows his first and third skill open enemies to gravel attacks? It's just a generalized stun animation. So a stagger stun. Whilst that animation is in effect, they're open to the finisher. I would show you right now, but they are actually open to finishers right now. So, kind of harder to show. But yeah, it's just a stun animation. So if you affect them with cold procs, I would imagine that would slow it down. In fact, if I summon them with unpaused AI and apply said cold procs, No, it's not. No, hang on. Yeah, no, it's not. Because otherwise I would have time for a lot more than that. And I don't. No. So it is just a short animation. There's nothing you can do about it, it seems. It's its own fixed period. Fair enough. That kills that one out, because otherwise I would have been able to have gotten more there. Because I can compare that with no cold procs. There's one. There's two. Yeah. So it looks like you just really have about enough time for 1 and 2. If you have a really fast weapon, you might get a third in. That's about it. So there you go. If cold procs won't do it, other stuff probably shouldn't do it either. Umbral Mark 1 bow, Umbral Furex. Yeah, I'll decide when we get there. I'll be able to decide when we get there. That's going to be on Saturday. Pretty Queen said, Ken should have put an option of $500 to give Ken a random Warframe. I mean, if you want to give me Warframes, I can't stop you from sending them to me, so that's just a thing. Can you use a Foreman Prime for a long time into the game? Really like this gun, just got it. Oh yeah, you absolutely can. The World Serpent, let me show you. Are we still testing? Oh yeah, we still have testing to do. I mean, we haven't even started on the SETI Lastra. Let me show you this real quickly though. World Serpent. Normal Foreman is 42.6% of all of my usage of primary weaponry. 42.6%. And if we sort by usage, Foreman Prime is already 1.2%. And it's really not been out that long. So yeah, yes, you can use the Foreman Prime for a long time. There are better weapons that you'll get access to in the mid-late to late game. But the Foreman Prime is still very effective. It's like middle A tier, which will serve you for a very long time. A very long time. Right, okay, so Basmu. Now it has this chain attack, which you can see has a really low crit chance, which means it's very hard for me to use hunt munitions on it if I've not got some way of generating crit. Luckily, we have a way of generating crit. To demonstrate what happens, if I just grab the Darzakavat, called Foreman, please ignore that weirdness. We head on over here, Adaza should proc Cat's Eye, and all of a sudden we have got a lot more crit. And all of a sudden things are actually kind of dying. Well, they were for a bit. Cat's Eye has run out now, and I'm trying to get Arcane Avenger to trigger, and it's not triggering, which is a little bit annoying, not gonna lie. We got Arcane Grace. Did we get Avenger as well? There's Avenger. And now the crits are gone. We've got Cat's Eye and Avenger at the same time, putting us into orange crits, and you can see the difference that makes in terms of the damage output. At least whilst it lasted. Now, normally when they're attacking, Avenger will trigger more often, because I'll be constantly under attack, and that makes it even more powerful. Can you finish the MR22 rank test? If they're killing you too fast, find a way to survive, basically. It's going to need a magazine extension mod, you can use that if you want. Or just don't run it to empty like I was doing for demo there. Oops, that was too empty. You see, we still get a lot of work done. But the, I'll be honest, the normal range attack does a lot of work as well. Where to get this weapon again? You get this from the Narrow Shop from Daughter in the Necrolisc. That's how. Gonna dump 7 Foreman into the Foreman. Copy my Foreman Prime guide, World Serpent. I've got a guide to the Foreman Prime over on my YouTube channel, so that should guide you towards what you need to do with it. Yeah. Have I tested the new frame? What, Dagath? Dagath isn't out yet, I can't have tested it. It's not possible. So, yeah. That is the basic of the Basmu there, so you got the options to add the crit onto it. Now, in terms of building for it, I've gone with this approach, running under the assumption that you'll have a additive crit bonus, so an absolute crit bonus, probably Arcane Avenger. We got lots of fire rate, viral because viral is great, hunter munitions because that's the whole point of getting the crit, is to allow this to kind of kick in. We got bladed rounds of vital sense for all the crit damage. Galvanized Chamber for the multi-shot, and I've gone for Serration at the moment while still building it up. Serration is additive with Merciless. Serration does also benefit the radial attack as well as the direct attack. However, I think that Aptitude might be multiplicative damage bonus when it comes to the automatic mode. The problem is, again, getting those initial stacks. But it might be worth looking into. In fact, yeah, let's just give that a quick investigation, shall we? If we go just these two, just those two, and get rid of the Kavat for a moment, just so that doesn't screw with anything. So is the Prime Fires just gone with Radial? Yeah. Just gone with Radial. It just goes ba 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 ba. Think like Burst and Prime, but with much fewer bullets and fire rate. Yeah, similar to X Ultra, actually, yeah. Similar to X Ultra. Only with more damage on the direct hit rather than the AoE. Whereas the X Ultra, I think, is the other way around. Anyway, let's use this to quickly grab some I can type. Eximus. And some Butchers. Great for demonstration and testing. Take it off the Steel Path modifier, bring the level down to only about 100. That should be good for the test I need to do here. Might be too much, we'll see. So, what we're going to do with this is, because the Xmas units have Overguard, and Overguard has no strengths nor weaknesses, it allows us to do a pure damage test. So the hit was 103. Yeah, the direct hit is definitely 103 there. That's good. What I can do then is just send this guy to the Shadow Realm of Death and use that to then see what happens here. That was a critical. There we are, so with 2 procs it's now 186. 186 on the direct hit with the electric proc. 186. When previously it was, what was it again? 103. And that is an increase of 80%. So that shows that the Galvanized Aptitude is indeed multiplicative there, because there's 2 lots of 40% from 2 procs. Multiplicative with Serration's bonus. Easy test. Thank you, Zom, yeah. Still worth checking in case things change. Am I working on builds for the Plague Star event? Not for Plague Star event, no. These are of the weapons which are available through Nabrus. These are 2 of the 3 weapons available through Nabrus. The Sheave, well... Do I even have... I apparently don't even have a Sheave. That's probably for the best. Can I not link the Sheave directly? Right then. Cool. Amazing. Is there a way to get rid of the loss of control and transference bug without dying? Not that I know of, Liv. Sorry, no. Not that I know of. Yeah. Anyway, so we know that is multiplicative, so I think a fully modded one of these would actually want to do away with Serration, in which case that can go there, and I'd want the depolarity to grab Altitude. Yeah. So that's something to be aware of. Let's grab that not quite fully ranked Serration back, because it fits for now. There's a bug report. Yep, go ahead, Umbrella. You can take the credit on that one. You can submit that one. So, yeah. In terms of the Basmu so far, that seems to be where it's at. And that's because it is pretty standard. Like, we want to use that crit enhancement. On the main attack, it's not that amazing. But on the the beam attack, it is incredible. Because without Vital Sense on here, we have got a 4.8 times multiplier. With Vital Sense and Bladed Round in effect, that brings us up to a 16.32 times critical multiplier. 16.32, which is absolutely ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Although you can hear that free scroll wheel going. Oh no, that's actually it unfree. This is it free. If I that's it free scrolling. Oh, gently. And then this is it not free. It's just, I'm very rough on scroll wheels. 2% crit chance. Exactly, yeah, which is why we use the absolute crit bonuses, Arcane Avenger, Adaza Kavat, or Harrow if you got one in the squad, whether that's you or someone else, and that goes for it. Do I have a guide for Plague Star? Never done it. I haven't got a guide for it, long shot. I can look into doing that, but yeah. My poor mouse? Oh, it's fine. I got this one new recently. It'll survive. The scroll wheel scrolls just fine. And then if I need to continuously scroll, it's fine, but I just... it scrolls. G5 2 scroll was kind of loud, like a ratchet joint a toy. Well, I mean, it is basically a ratchet in there, isn't it? Yeah. And that's true, Simfire. We don't know what change is coming with Plague Star, yeah. So, we'll see what happens when it comes around. We'll see what happens. Don't you just use Titania for Plague Star? One Titania in the squad, and then Nova or a Loki can go very nicely in it as well. Or a Volt or a Wisp, but Nova, Loki are the top two. There you are. Let's say a big fan of actually being able to use the Adaza Kavat without having to revive it every 20 seconds. Yeah, that could be good. Speed or slow? Teleport, Moon. Teleport. Also speed, but mostly the teleport bit. So, yeah. Anyway, Plague Star, we'll see the details when it actually comes around. Warlord Sunsu, wonder how the alt fire works with Breach Surge. Probably the same as any other weapon with those stats would, to be honest. Defraze, we don't know. Because Plague Star hasn't yet been released with its revamp. We don't know the changes. So maybe we don't know. Big fat we don't know at the moment. That's the thing with upcoming things. It's like, how good is Dagath? We don't know. Is Hydroid finally going to let your AD be? We don't know. If you need a teleport, will Calevo be good for it? No, it's not a teleport for yourself, it's a teleport for the drone. Again, Airsoft, we don't know. We don't know. It's not here yet. Wait for the update. We're asking about details on something that has been actively changed to an unknown extent. We don't know. The only thing we know, and even this, God knows if it might change, but probably not. The only thing we really know is 1, it'll involve the infested. 2, it'll be on the plains of Eidolon. 3, there'll be rewards. 4, those rewards will include Exotic Contagion and Plague Soul parts. That's what you've got. The rest of it is open to whatever you decide to do. We don't know. If I say I've watched a ton of your videos, now I have face behind the voice. Love your content, really nice, explained, and useful. My pleasure. Thank you very much, and welcome into the channel all the same as well. Hope you enjoy your stay here. Exactly, Shaitska. Yeah, we don't even know if Formal will be farmable, absolutely. We don't know. Right, Basmu, yeah, so... with this is kind of a go-to viral slash setup because viral slash is viral slash, it just kind of works. Imagine the looks from my family on Saturday. They've been forewarned, Esprit. They have been forewarned. All of them are laughing about it. A lot. There is one member of my family who has not been forewarned. They don't watch streams, so it should be okay. They understand charity. Come on. Do I strike you as the kind of person that would not come from an understanding family? Come on now. Sure. That face was too embarrassed to tell you. Should have a right laugh. Bless us all. Anyway. what else to do with this? So there is also this mode here, which doesn't have an amazing critical multiplier. I mean, it's one we can scale up, but it doesn't have an amazing one. Do we want to try a non-critical approach?
At least it for a good reason. I'm sure chat would have thrown the money at you for that regardless.
Betty, thank you very much for the 100 bits. I'm fairly certain Ray would have not thrown the $1,000 towards it if it was for anything other than a cancer charity. Let's be real now. Ray did make it pretty clear he did not want to see me made outfit. Despite that, he still saw the cause and has donated 40% of the entire total raised on this channel. So that is legend status right there. That is legend status. Didn't want the benefits, still supported. Because he knows it's worth it. That's right for you. Gas Basmu? I'm really not a fan of gas. Like, sure, you can group enemies, but what? I'm really not a fan of gas damage. Even the gas status is actually painfully limited. I could go full out on focusing on the electric status, however, because that doesn't have the same limits. It's got a reduced range, but not by much, realistically speaking. What it has got is the sheer damage output that it can provide because you can keep on stacking it. Gas is more effective with fewer stacks and they're stronger because it lasts as well after the enemy dies. Yeah. Non-crit approach, yeah, it's look at all the options, Mercy does, because if you don't look at all the options, you don't find all the things that can be done with it. So it is important to look at all the options. So on that note then, let's go with the... I just took off those two mods. Why did I do that? Let's grab the Serration, let's grab the Galvanized Aptitude. Let's go... I really shouldn't do that to the mouse wheel. Let's go for... we can do a Viral Electric, so again we'll just bring in Virals. Bam, bam. This time bring in the Electric. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So we buff that right the way up as well. And then we can go for... I've already got some multi-shots on there. Yeah, fire rate. I'm not going to be able to fit all this. Yeah, so this would need initial forming. Okay. We know that there's a Galvanized Aptitude right there. Not Critical Delay. That's not the one I was looking for. Vile Acceleration. Because that is a super powerful thing. Arcane can, of course, be good old Merciless. Actually, would this be an example of when to use... Wait, wasn't there one for... Never mind, Electric must be on the secondary, mind that. Never mind. Never mind, Merciless it is. Guess it's only good with the Amalgam Argonac. That does work together, yeah. That does work together. I should say, built Basmu for Rad Viral. Valid. Absolutely valid. In fact, I've got Rad Viral there. I've got Electric Rad Viral. So that works. Frostbite and Blight and Primaries, yeah, which is more limiting. Okay, Galvanized Adaptation there. What goes into this V polarity that I want to use? Actually, if I'm going for a status one, it'd probably be a Prime Bane. That would probably be the correct answer there. Yeah, that's probably going to be the one for this. So, giving that a whirl then, let's grab something with a nice armor strip. Let's go for Caliban. So we can zap a whole area. So that'll be fine. Let's grab our Exo Gokstad officers. Because why not test it at the top end that we can? Just max this the hell out. Why not? I haven't got the fullest effects for it yet, but I'm gonna get some work done. Not sure how much of this is the electric proc versus direct damage. Our electric gets work done, but yeah, I'd want a grouping up ability as well, shouldn't I? Do I have a frame set up with both grouping and armor strip? Probably not, but let's check out Cora first of all. That's Lycath. What's on the Deviri one? That's invisibility. Nope. Do I have a grouping armor stripping frame set up? I should do, but where is it? Ildren, do you have one set up? No. That doesn't look likely. Nope. Just an Irie strip? Yeah, I could just group in an Irie. Good point. Let's just do that for now. Good point, good point. Thank you. There we are, that'll do. Alright. Group. Strip. Shoot. I mean, if I'm going to be grouping up like that, I might as well use gas, might I? If I'm not getting that many procs, gas might actually be the answer. Yeah, mod for corrosive, this could be great for Hydro, but then everything corrosive would be great for him. Let's go that gas route. Let's try that out. Drop you. Drop you. Go Hellfire and... Where is it? Thermite rounds. Let's give that a try instead. Now it's grouping with the alt fire. Oh, the alt fire isn't AoE. It's multi-target, but that doesn't benefit from grouping so much. Isn't me, or is this just obnoxiously slower? What am I doing differently? It didn't look like I was getting that many electric blocks, but maybe I was. Like a viral? Oh yeah, the viral is also screwing up, yeah. Which just puts another point in electric's favour, doesn't it? I think about it. Yeah. Longshot saying, again, I know at one point Galvanized Aptitude didn't work on some weapons. Was that fixed, or is there a way I could test? You don't waste a mod slot if it's not working. There is a way you could test. It's Sim Necroman, just test it, literally. Basically, Longshot, if it is a direct damage and non-projectile, probably like the Held, I haven't tested on the Held on this, but probably like the Held. So if it hits instantly, but isn't radial, then it'll be additive to things like Serration and the Steel Path Arcanes. If it is a projectile, like the main damage on the Basmu here, so it has a travel time, but it's still direct hit, then it'll be multiplicative, typically. And then with the radial attacks get no benefit from Galvanized Aptitude. From the damage bonus. They still get the status bonus, but not the damage bonus. So there are 3 different ways it works. Roughly being direct hit, hit scan, direct hit, projectile, and then the AoE for additive, multiplicative, and no effect. There are edge cases, however, just to screw with you. And I wish I could give you a better answer than that. Also, the game won't tell you this, you have to test it yourself. Synex Nourish, viral grouping stripping. Could do. Does Styx have a Nourish setup that I can use? Oh, I didn't put a Nourish setup. Alright. But yeah, you could also get viral from something else. Like, what would be the best way to do it here? I'd ideally want something with AoE so it spreads it quickly, as quick as possible. But then a lot of my secondaries are just, haha, I just kill you quick. I don't have a lot of high status AoE secondaries. They're not really a thing that people ask for. What am I talking about? Yes, I do. I literally have one built for this. I'm a moron. Ray broke me earlier, okay? Blame Ray. Blame Ray. Right, this should be a little bit more spicy. This should be a little bit more spicy. Does this have PSF on it? It does. Useful. Thank you. Alright. Well, it's effective, yeah. We have also learnt the same thing that we already knew, though. It turns out if you armor strip something, viral proc it, hit it with all kinds of a status, and then just slam it with a fully modded weapon, the enemy dies. We haven't really learned anything there. Let's be quite honest, we haven't actually learned anything there. The most I could do to follow that through would be to, let's see here. If I take off the Hellfire and go for Aptitude now. Hello Samuel, how you doing? Because I could do that. I mean, it's getting gas kills. To be quite honest, for a weapon that's had, or for enemies that have had them armor stripped, viral procced, and grouped up, I suppose viral doesn't last as long as I left it there. Switching this back to the electric and a viral. Can I fit viral on here without drop? I go that, I get 10 left over. Do I have a 10 serration? I have 9. I'll do for now. Unless I have a lower, I have a lower Stormbringer. There we are. There we go. That should be closer to expectations. Cheers. Thank you, London. Why am I doing magnetic? What did I do? What did I bloody mod? Huh? Anyway, so I'm a moron, and we'll try that again. A working clock can sometimes be slow. Just put a new battery in. I mean, that feels faster than the gas. Like, considerably faster than the gas. I don't have any uses. Magnetic does have uses against the highest level of Corpus. And that also includes them when you deal with Profit Taker, occasionally. What if I do that without a flying? Well, I've already got the stacks now, but yeah. Fully stacked weapon, galvanized aptitude, armor strip, grouping, viral electric. Nothing new there. Am I using Deadhead? Not even using Deadhead. This was merciless. Deadhead could potentially take that further, yeah. But again, we're not really learning much about the weapon there. We're learning that fully armor stripped, viral procced, grouped No AI enemies get obliterated by viral electric. Who knew? That doesn't really teach anything. It's interesting to just do, but doesn't really get us anywhere. And the thing is that against the Grenier, you're absolutely not going to be able to use this un-armor stripped. Like, there's just not a chance it's going to be worthwhile. I can demo that very fact. If we go for some Elite Lancers, let's grab a whole bunch of them. Let's put them start a steel path. Literally the very start of it. See how long this takes, shall we? I'm still going to group up. Not going to armor strip, but just going to group up. It reaches a point where we're killing. Don't get us wrong, it gets us to a point where we are killing. And it's just, I don't know. It's decent. I think it's decent. In dire need of a Profit Taker Zenith build, do you mind sharing some insights on that? For Profit Taker, my understanding is that the main use for the Zenith is for taking down the pylons because of the infinite punch through, and so for that you want to avoid crits because the pylons have objective health, and therefore they cannot be crit. So that's the main thing you want to look out for there. Build it assuming you can't crit. That'll be my main thing. And this is start of Steel Path, so they scale up considerably after this. And this is you run-of-the-mill Elite Lancer. It's not exactly inspiring me. But are you going crazy? Yeah, the cats do that. So let's bump these up to very top end of star chart. And let's also mix up the types a bit. So let's grab Elite Lancers, 12 of them. Let's grab some Troopers. We'll grab 2 of them. And we'll grab some Heavy Gunners. We'll grab a couple of them. And we'll grab some Eximus. You know what? A Arid Trooper Eximus. And we'll grab a Grenadier only, please. Let's grab a Butcher Eximus. Let's see, that's 18 enemies. Let's grab ourselves a Bombard. And a Drakmaster. And I think that gives us a nice combination of units. That gives us a nice combination for a Steel Path platoon. We'll not go with the grouping because that assumes life is too easy for us. All the sacks have vanished whilst I was doing that. And Venari just armor stripped that one, so okay, fair enough. Thank you, Venari. And yeah, it's not that impressive using merciless as we are here. Oops. I keep on running out of ammo and doing a full reload rather than a quick reload. Had a Venari armor strip because Venari has an armor strip. Kavats have armor strip. If I just go in here for you. A Sharpened Claws, a vicious attack that deals 300% damage and Sunner's armor by 120%. So, no armor. Yeah. That's how. Let's switch it over to Deadhead. We are using status as a lot of damage, so it might not be a viable idea, but kill all the enemies and restart the test. There we are, got first kill. Oh, let's go for something weaker. That's 2. That was armor strips, that made my life easier. So we're at full stacks on the damage bonus now. Full stacks on the damage bonus. Yeah. Without an armor strip, it's kind of pants, isn't it? The world kind of moved on a bit, Basmu. The world kind of moved on a bit. And I'm aiming for the headshots as well, to get the maximum out of this bonus. How easy is it normally for you to constantly headshot with a frame like Cora? Like, you'd have to constantly be crowd controlling and watching the back. For how alt fire with electric corrosive. I mean, yeah, we can. There's still the crit build. For anyone who's tuning in, I am aware of what the Basmu is capable of when you focus for giving it crits. I was looking at a non-crit build there. See what we could do when we just give up on the whole idea of getting crits. And this is what we've got. Big Bird, you've tried twice. Let me clue you in. It's ! Ticket. All one word. No space. Then you'll get there. Like IceGeo just did. Also, welcome IceGeo. How are you doing today? But yeah, the Basmu, without focusing on that crit slash, is going to need an armor strip to be worthwhile. And once you've gone... Nice hell. Once you've gone armor strip, viral priming, general status priming, grouping enemies, at that point everything kills. At that point you just kind of wave in their direction with a properly modded weapon and it works. Why Stormbringer over fire? Because we were going for the electric viral. Because if we did fire there, then we would have rad viral and we wouldn't have the electricity status dealing damage as well for damage over time. Understandable, IceGeo. Very understandable. But at the very least, that's all wrapped up for you, isn't it, dude? Weapons are electric? It is, yeah. It is. So, yeah. We've got heat available on the radial attack, but the radial, 1, is much weaker, and 2, doesn't benefit from galvanized aptitude, which just brings it all the way down as well. Yeah. And that was with Prime Bane of Grenier less. Multiplicative this, multiplying to that, multiplying to this, which adds with that, getting the extra headshot bonus, aiming for the head, getting the viral bonus, got the fire rate. I don't think it was enough, quite frankly. I mean, it's not terrible. I am pointing at Steel Path there, but yeah. Is it Hellbeam like Nucore? Very much so, yes. I believe it can chain more times. Its stats are worse than Nucore's in terms of the criticals, but we can still buff it up insanely. Let's give that a whirlification. Let's bring out Lavos. Let's bring this out. The whirlification, full crit. Just melt. Companion, might as well go for the Adasa approach as well. Let's dial it up to 11. See what happens, shall we? Use that against the test platoon, non-paused. Hello, my name is Lavos. I'm here to ruin your day. Have some stats in your faces. Now we do need to actually get the initial stacks, which is going to make this a bit of a pain at first. Especially because Xmas units just laugh at slash at first. But once we start getting those initial kill stacks in... you little... Why did I spawn you? Die. Actually stole my gun. there we are. Once we actually get those stacks going in, then we see that they all start to fall apart. And that's common for a lot of, like, yesteryear weapons. They need those initial stacks, otherwise they just look like absolute pants. Quite frankly, they're just terrible. But once you've got those initial stacks, and all the other bonuses stacking together, you kind of actually get somewhere. Where'd that other guy go? There you are. Don't know why Foeman's got such tiny range to help us with there. I think I still had... Yeah, so I've got my discipline on this, so I was able to use that, but yeah. Oh, well, it'll easily clear the star chart with proper modding. It's just, yeah, you need those initial stacks to get going. You just need them. Now this build, you can use both the direct attack and the chain. So if you do need to focus on something like taking off an Xmas overguard, you can do that and then just kind of beam into it. I believe the wiki said that every chain on the beam gives you 50% lower damage. So first enemy full damage, second one 50%, third one 25%, fourth one 12.5%, which means that overall you'll get twice the stated damage, slightly less than that, in total across all the attacks. Do you see there? It did kill them. It's just... Yeah. It sounds like that dice, doesn't it? Yeah. And in case everyone's curious as to what I'm comparing this kind of thing against, like when I say modern weaponry, for comparison. Sit still, I'm not very good at aiming. I mean, in terms of comparing, it's a bit different. Is anyone alive somewhere? Oh, there he is. I think that was all of them? That's a die. I think I've got a tiny enemy radar on this Kavat. And likewise, I can bring out the Torrid. We could even switch off the Kavat, just go for Carrier, which just sits there and looks pretty. And be like, yo, hi there. Well, charged, and just kind of tearing through. This was completely unstacked at the start. I think. Oh, no, that's another one. Some of them really run away when you start shooting. But yeah, that'll do it. They've done it. As I say, that's it out work on school stuff. Did you try Viral Electric on the beam or just a full auto? I didn't try it on the beam, but that... yeah, we can give that a look in. I don't imagine it's going to be amazing, but we can give it a look in. So we can try this approach again. That is the Viral Electric, ready for the beam. Deadhead? Is Deadhead going to work? We'll try. We'll see what happens. Don't know if we'll be able to trigger Deadhead. Keep AI unpaused for now. Can anything die, please? Really looking for something to die to start triggering stacks. That'd be great. So I didn't trigger Deadhead so far. I am trying to aim for headshots, but I don't think it really cares about that too much. Oh no, there was a Deadhead. I mean, it's just not impressing me at all. I have 2 dead head stacks. That guy was stunned to heck and back, and he still managed to do that. Yeah. Where is this guy? There he is. Yeah, it was worth a shot on. Like, the difference in apparent effectiveness when I just shoot them in the head with it, it's kind of visible. But yeah, the Basmu, it's not the most impressive weapon though. It's not the most impressive weapon. But that's because Steel Path kind of takes Grenadier Armor up to 11. You either bypass it, overwhelm it, or strip it. Those are your options. And Basmu is not an overwhelmer, so it needs to bypass it through the crit approach, or it needs to have it stripped. And everything kills a stripped enemy. Everything does. Now we could try that same setup, that same Viral Electric against a Corpus group. If they grab, say, a couple techs, 5 techs will do. We got some crewmen. Let's get some elite crewmen in here. Let's go for 5 of them as well. Let's grab some mowers. Let's grab an anti-mower. I hate them, but let's grab them. Let's grab a couple mower Xmas and a normal mower, a railgun mower. We got a few more enemies we can add in. Let's grab ourselves a Scrambus. 1 Fog Scrambus will do just fine. Let's grab a Nullifier. As much as I hate them, they are things we need to consider. Nullifier Crewman. And let's see. Any more Corpus units? Oh, yeah, and some Ospreys. Let's grab a Oxium, Shield, and Sapping Osprey. There we are. Nice bunch of Corpus. That's a full squad of 20. Let's do this. See what happens. Oh. Are they shooting each other? I don't know if I did that right. I mean, they're shooting me now. I thought I picked only Corpus. So I get no UI for this entire while, it seems. Because of this fecker right here. Yeah, let's focus on some... Where's the crewman? Focus on... Oh. Is the drone dead? Okay, focus on the crewman for a bit. There we are. Get some kills on these guys. Get the stacks going. To hell with the shield ospreys that keep spawning. Not really loving life on this, I'll be quite honest with you. Yeah, I probably should just open with a few direct kills to get the proper value out of the weapon. Let's try that again. Keep the stacks where they are. Kill anything still alive. Resim. This time I've got stacks. Focus down that drone. Oh, that focused it. And like, it's killing them. Yes. But I don't feel exactly excited about it, and it doesn't feel comfortable to use. The constant reloads, or dodging reloads. I mean, once we break their shields, the viral and built-up electric kind of kicks in, they just melt. Yeah, the combo Viral Electric does a lot of work there, but yeah. And if I go for not beam approach, let's get rid of the Oxygen Osprey and all the other Ospreys because they're annoying the hell out of me. Stop spawning more of them. Who did that? You die. attack. And this is why I use Lavos in terms of tanking, because I mean, this is steel path units, I'm just kind of sat here. That one down. Of course, both the Xmas were Leech X, that's beautiful. I just don't feel even slightly inspired by this. Compared to what I have available to me, just no. Not all of them? I think that's all of them. Ugh. Which again, if we compare. Not even going to switch to an appropriate build for it, I'm just going to go. That'll do. That should be enough bullets. I mean, that does feel rather a bit more successful, doesn't it? Now granted, it's a Steel Path Duviri Incarnate upgrade. You would expect it to kind of do more, wouldn't you? It's just that's what we're comparing to. Yeah. I mean, the Burst Incarnate is pretty damn strong. It's pretty damn strong. Like, yeah, it's not Torrid Incarnate, but it is pretty damn strong. It is still in the S tier. The only way to claim that it is not S tier is that your tiers are the top one and everything else, and that's just being silly. It's just that's what we have to compare to. So a fairer comparison is to instead take the Basmu and compare it to what you can get when you can get the Basmu. That's where we should actually draw a comparison. And to do that, we need to understand the Basmu a little bit better. That's what we need to do. So, Basmu. The Basmu is a Mastery Rank 11 weapon. Mastery Rank 11. And you know what's Mastery Rank 12? The Fulman Prime. And I think these two are perfectly comparable. I think they really are perfectly comparable because the Basmu comes from a limited time event, and then otherwise you trade it from players. The Fulman Prime will come from relics, which will eventually be vaulted, and then you trade it from players. Seems to me like they pretty well line up in that regard. Cedo is always available. Also, the Fulman Prime is a battery weapon, so it recharges as itself. The Fulman also provides electric. The Fulman also has multiple modes. One of which is a direct to hit, and one of which is more of a multi-target. So the Fulman kind of fits a lot of similar roles. At least you can put a lot of similar names to it. So, if we take the Fulman Prime with my go-to viral setup and see what happens. We just clean out all of these. Let's go back to those Exo Goxscout officers that we love to hate. This is probably going to go terribly, but let's do it. Get those initial kills going, please. Initial kills acquired. Things are going to start scaling up now. I mean, I don't feel like the Basmu was really going to be capable of this. I don't think the Basmu was really going to be capable of that. I mean, I can unpause the AI. Doing my best not to die here, because this is a lot of DPS for the Lavos to face at once. But like, if a little bit of casting is all it takes to make the difference, then the difference wasn't in the casting. The Basmu absolutely would not have been capable of that. I mean, even if we go with an MR10 weapon, let's see what the Amprex will be like. I think I have this ribboned, but it's a market weapon. No, sorry, it's a dojo weapon, so forgive me. Again, it's all in getting those initial stacks to get us started. So we're going to end up burning a bit of ammo here. Initial stack acquired. That ramps up the damage noticeably. And we take it from there. Again, it's an Amprex against Exo-Gokstad Steel Path officers. I mean, we're not expecting the world from it. I think actually this kind of puts us on the level of Basmu, doesn't it? I think this puts us on the level of the Basmu. I'll grab it again in a sec to verify, but well, getting those initial stacks on it will be a pain. Getting those initial stacks would be a right pain here. Okay, that's that. Think you might have some think you might have some fun with Giant? Yeah, go for it. All right. Basmu. Hello. Would filling all Archon slots with melee crit damage run into diminishing returns? Diminishing returns? No. Will it run into the fact that you could do better things? Yes. Diminishing returns is that for everything you put in, you get a lower actual benefit. That's not what's happening there with Archon shards. Diminishing returns is like how the amount of endo you put into a mod will massively go up compared to the amount of benefit you get. So you're getting diminishing returns on your endo. For Archon shards, you get the same benefit per shard. What you'll instead encounter is wondering, okay, was that last shard really worth it, or could I have done something better here? Could I have done something more changing to my build? Exactly, opportunity cost, yeah. So this is with the crit slash approach. I'm going for the headshots here to try and get those initial kills. Let's avoid the recharge for a bit. I need some stacks to start happening. Mainly I need Arcade Avenger to proc when this thing dies. Otherwise we're going to be here till Tuesday. Alright then, we're going to be here till Tuesday. There we are, Avenger. And Avenger just ran out. Doesn't help that I'm not being shot at. Like, Avenger is kind of designed for you to be shot at or getting frequent kills with combat discipline, not facing off against too many Gokstad officers at once. Amprex seems to be stronger? Yeah, because the Amprex doesn't wait for things to kind of shoot you. Let's redeploy this. We'll do this without paused AI. With this and then the Amprex and see what changes there. Now bear in mind I have got a few stacks going here, but let's see what happens. At least it's healing me. I can just run out of ammo intentionally and it'll heal me through the attacks. Nice to not have to stop for them all the time, but yeah. In this mess of particles and damage numbers, you might kind of put together what's happening, which is not a lot. I mean, I'm really trying here. I'm really trying to keep it on the level to be a fair test. Yeah, we're seeing the kill speed. Yeah. It's got chaining on it, but like, even with the Avenger effect, and that was using the beam with the massively enhanced crit damage as a result. I'm using the aiming to get bladed rounds effect as well. I'm just gonna wrap that one up there. Do you have aptitude on this build? I don't know if we managed to fit that in as yet. No, didn't fit that in as yet with that approach there. Let's try rejigging things to get that difference. You're very right, it does make a difference there. So let's do that. Let's do this. Rhyme rounds. I should have a downranked version. Hello, put it on. And aptitude. Let's mix that up into there. We've lost the starting serration to be able to fit that. It's just kind of how it has to be there. The only other option would be to drop that acceleration. Might be worthwhile actually, given how much I'm dodging that reload. Let's try that. So we're starting from no stacks again. Have to heal our way through all this incoming damage. Come on. What's the one I was shooting? Oh fuck, I wasn't paying attention. Excuse me whilst I just armor strip and revive. Oh fuck. Okay, wasn't paying attention to that either. This is going well. I'm just going to restart that test. Unpause Exo Goxads at level 150 Steel Path variant. They kind of put out a bit of damage. Who knew? Restart the test. Really need those initial kills. There we go. We got one. We're on 7 kills. It's probably going to be mostly those gunnery turrets that's spawning. We're using that to gain stacks. I was hoping some of them would have a little fewer hit points. There's one. There we go. We have got Avenger pretty much permanently on at the moment because of all the shooting happening. These guys normally never go below level 100. They're still used as a very strong unit for demonstration and testing purposes. It gives you an idea of scale, because if you test against enemies which just kind of fall over, you're not really learning anything about your weapon. This gives us an idea for the actual potential for scale on it. And again, this is combining together the sheer face tank of Blalos with a heck of a lot of modding on this weapon, some maxed out mods which are not cheap to do, a full Steel Path Arcane, Avenger, which again not every frame will have access to. Really trying to cheese it all together. Nearly cleaned up everything. I think there's a couple more over here. Come on, hit the head. No, don't spawn a new one. There's some headshots. Okay, so that was Basmu. I think even with Avenger Primary Fire is just much better stuff enemies. I'm trying to go for the maximum crit and slash there, because the difference in crit is 13 percentage points. So we'll still have 60% versus 47%, but this one's got a crit multiplier just through the roof in comparison. That's why I figured that's going to be better there. I mean, granted, yeah, it's a multiplicative savvy. We can give that another check in a second here. Let's just, do the Amprex business. Now, I'm going to have to be careful not to let myself die here, because Amprex doesn't heal me. I'm going to die here. Woo, okay. Needing those initial stacks. Oh, I've not got Swift Bite on. That's why it's not recharging as quick as I thought. The heals. Ah! Now we've got those initial stacks in, it is actually beginning to get somewhere. You can see the speed difference on that, actually, yeah. What are you using your heat procs against that are not working then, Tiger? Yeah, I'll be quite honest with you there. The Amprex felt better. Like survivability, I mean, I'm in the middle of a bunch of Exo-Goxad officers. You just shouldn't do that. My Lavos does not struggle to tank in almost every other situation. That right there is about as high damage a situation as you're going to ever face. At any reasonable level. If you're not going into endurance runs, that's the highest damage you'll ever see. Yeah. So what's this about heat procs not working? Hold on. Let me think. What'll be... Actually, no, that's going to be a downwall test. Let's go for... What's the status on your alt fire? 20%. I can try and make that work. Rifle aptitude, hammer shot, thermite rounds, hellfire. Status 66 on the charge. That'll do. That should be enough to see what's happening here. Grab us one Exo-Goxad officer, pause the AI. Nine. Or 37 on a crit. There's the heat. Give it a couple moments to apply. 16. 16. 16. Heat's just run out. 16. Another heat. 74 on the crit. Yeah, the heat proc's applying. Looks like the symbol's not updating. Yeah, it looks like the armor symbol might not be updating. Let's grab something to just kind of really ramp up a whole bunch of procs on it. If we go for corrosive and a whole bunch of status. Let's get the heat in here as well. Hello, Heat Ignis Riven, which is just clearly the most thematic Riven ever. I did that wrong. It's twice today I've done that. Right, yeah. There we go.
Just gotta take a moment and give Kendash. Also, we've had some amusing names in chat today.
Betsy, thank you very much for the 100 bits. We have had a few other ones, haven't we? Oh, no, that's definitely reduced the armor value visibly in the bubble there. Shield icon has definitely gone right the way down. So yeah, maybe he is not updating it correctly, but it is definitely reducing the armor. That much we know for certain. If I get a little bit of cold in here to get rid of the heat... No, actually, if I just go... Pure heat. Yeah, just pure heat. No discernible change. Okay. What about pure corrosive? I'll go corrosive blast. because then we'll know that there's no heat in there. We'll go Corrosive Blast. There we are. And there's a corrosive effect. It looks half full when corrosive will be an 80% reduction. So I think maybe the shield icon is just undertuned. That it shows half full at 20%. Yeah, look at that. 8 procs, barely into it. 9 procs, gets a bit further. 10 procs are all halfway down. So yeah, I think it's just been badly tuned. The shield icon just looks wrong. It's half full where we're actually down to 20% of the armor. There you are. It's a visual effect. It's the shield icon that's wrong. The shield icon is bugged. Are we 3 cents into the leaderboard? Hold on. Let me check the team again. It's on the roster listing. If you're talking about the donations to QTCC, we're on $2,500.03. Angela Set is on $2,789 flat. So we're in second place, and not far behind, but yeah. Akram Khan say, I can love your YouTube videos. I believe it was the Halloween event one. Oh yeah, I did the Halloween event one recently. It explained basically what Nabarus is and what you can get access to. Yeah. Glad you liked it. Welcome on in. Dada was asking, what's the Lavos build? Lavos build normally shouldn't look like this. That was just testing with Combat Discipline and Arcane Avenger. Normally, what I use is enemy radar. I like having a bit of enemy radar. I like to know where they are. I might not need to use that with the update. That'll be nice. And Swift Bite. And this is my go-to standard Lavos build. And guess what? It works. No surprise there from the Lavos main. No surprise there. Yeah, I think it works quite well. So, Basmu versus Amprex. We got one final thing we wanted to test on that as well, which was to test the Amplitude multiplicative effect. We're not going to get the crit effect here, so I'm going to need to unfix this. Because yeah, we were testing that still. So let's give that one final whirl. Kill off the exos. Oh, I need to bring in a whole bunch of them. Unpause the AI. Same test again. Stop flailing so much. Oh, that was a lot of damage output. Okay, we have to retest. That was a lot of damage output. Let's try that again, shall we? Exo Gokstads do not mess around. See, oh, I didn't pay attention to my health. I thought I was holding, and then I just... I might need a slightly less ridiculous test. Old fire shoots faster than the primary? Yeah, we're looking at the primary right now, thank you. I appreciate the random factoid. I will ask for more of them later. Not. I'm to take cover as Lavos. This feels obscene. But I need them to be able to hit me. For me to be able to build up stacks. I'm not using deadheads. I might to switch into that. But they're dying from status. No, I can't switch to deadhead. I'm using slash. I mean, it still does not feel amazing. Like, by any stretch of the imagination. And we'd have to stretch it quite a bit here. It does not feel amazing. And we will also reduce the rate of fire down, Hypersigos, that's what happened. Oh god, those turrets just tear through you. I wonder, are they all firing at once? Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, if loads of them are firing at once, that breaks the encounter map. Because usually there's a limit to the number of enemies that'll attack you at once. These turrets don't seem to care about that. That kind of hurts. Yeah, those roller turrets do not care for how many of them should be attacking at once. They will just terrify you. You never realised Nyx can strip shields? Oh, yeah. 2 mags to kill 1 officer? Yeah, it's not feeling amazing, I'll be honest. Is it just these guys left? Ruining my day. There we are. Woo! Alright. Racing, if I recall correctly, only heavy gunners have AI limiters, set maximum 5 shooting at once. You probably recall incorrectly. Let me just grab a whole bunch of elite lancers for you. See what happens. See how many of them are just not shooting? Oops, I didn't press my one quick enough. Ah! Whoops. But yeah, a lot of them are not shooting right now, so just a little bit of movement actually allows me to stabilize in terms of passive heal here. Or maybe not stabilize, that might be the wrong word. Looking forward to the armor buff, that'd be nice. But yeah, there are limits to how many enemies will attack you at once. The thing is that as soon as some enemies stop firing, others will immediately get the go-ahead to fire, so it can look like they're all shooting intermittently. But when you've got more than that limit all fire in a position to be able to fire at you, a lot of them will just kind of dance around. Which is part of how Warframe balances it to make it where you don't get absolutely butt blasted by a large group of enemies. It's a balancing. Yeah, it's a balancing. Yeah, Basmu versus Amprex. I'm putting the Amprex above it. I'll be quite honest with you. I'm putting the Amprex above it in terms of power. Not massively above it, but it is above it. You remember hearing about heavy gunners on the dev stream? It might be that they just use that as an example, Ray. It could just be that. So Basmu versus other weaponry. Where are we putting it then? We still have a whole other weapon to dive into. I mean, is the SETI last really going to need that much to talk about in comparison? Yeah. Solomir, it turns out that most players don't like playing Dark Souls. Who knew? If people play a casual game, they like to have their power fantasy and not get obliterated when they enter into a room. Otherwise, shield gating wouldn't exist. Just saying. Does Warframe with its Incarnate is... Sorry. I wonder, says Kentus Kokos. These names are killing me, honestly. I just see lots of circles. Anyway, I wonder, does Boar Prime with its Incarnate is viable to clear Steel Path Star Chart? Incarnates will handle Steel Path, yes. As I'll say, also Dark Souls rarely has more than like 10 enemies at once. 5 is a lot. I mean, valid. On the same hand, because screw the other hand, it's been chopped off already, it's Dark Souls. On the same hand, apparently, those Dark Souls enemies are more threatening, yeah. All of them? If you can't use an Incarnate weapon to handle something on the Steel Path, you haven't modded it correctly. At worst, you're dealing with something like the Incarnate Cyber, and yet that's going to be difficult at times, because the Incarnate Cyber is still a Cyber, and a Cyber sucks. but it's still going to be sufficient. You have the Gorgon in mind? I'll be honest, I haven't used the Gorgon that much, but let's be honest now. They're still Incarnate tier weapons. Not all of them are Torrid level, but they're still Incarnate weapons. Be real now, come on. Be real. Yeah, so if you want a game where you walk into a group of enemies and they all just fire at once and use very efficient tactics to just kind of destroy you, you have to really carefully work your way through it, go for it. Warframe's not designed that way, both in terms of the enemies aren't designed to be that evil to you, and also our options to dealing with those enemies aren't as well fleshed out. In Warframe, certainly in things like survival missions, you can go through a corridor, kill the enemies there, and then if you don't look behind you, enemies will spawn behind you and shoot in the back. Which just wouldn't work with such difficulty levels now. It's just a thing. Warframe's also power fantasy? Exactly, yeah. Still comes back to that. At the end of the day, the game design is around keeping it somewhat fair feeling. Somewhat. Some of the Incarnate melees are rough. Oh yes, because Incarnate melees have been shafted since day one. Yeah. That's just, yeah. That's just the reality of it. I don't know why DE have been so lax on the melees for the Incarnates compared to the guns. Why they have just kind of dabbled with them mostly. Whereas the Incarnate guns, you get dual Toxicist, you get Torrid, you get what's come out of the Burston, you get what's come out of the Mitre, out of the Latron. Even the originals. The Fenwar, absolutely amazing. The Latum, absolutely amazing. The Felarx, absolutely amazing. The Inodem, pretty damn nice. The Praedos, basically the Cronin Prime. Maybe scared of setting up a melee meta again? Yeah. Except, like, it's wondering where to draw the line for themselves. The problem with the melee meta was because when the melee was meta, we didn't have Steel Path Arcanes. We didn't have Galvanized mods. Those are what make the difference, really. The sheer damage difference those mods make is insane. As you've witnessed here on stream, time and time again, just in this one simulacrum testing session, as soon as the stacks are there, the weapon is completely different in character. Whether it's Fulmin Prime, Basmu, Amprex, or any other weapon, it completely changes its identity once you've got those stacks up. Because at the end of the day, it's numbers. It's why I fit so well into Warframe, it's numbers. Whether you like it or not, it's numbers. And the guns tend to have more impressive numbers than the melees. That's a fact. That's a fact. I disagree, Solimer. I would disagree. We'll say, don't worry, Kenji, I know what you mean. Just assuming I'm part of the reason he's not pulling the trigger, speak on letting onto melee weapons because they're afraid. They're wary of melee meta again. Well, instead we have the Incarnate gun meta. The bigger issue more with the melee meta is that it allowed you to deal obscene damage, get into range to deal that damage, bypass a lot of the difficulties, have none of the negatives that guns had to deal with. But Incarnates get rid of a lot of the negatives guns in terms of ammo running out. You build charges very cheaply. Incarnates have, just guns have just better ranges. We have had increase to the AoE effectiveness of basically our entire arsenal since melee was meta, because melee, part of that was the sheer ability to hit so many enemies at once. You didn't really have to aim so much. And now we're seeing that more and more with Incarnate weaponry, aside from the headshot charges to get you going, which is part of the balancing act. But like you look at the Torrid, you fire a few globs, 3 globs at an enemy, direct hit, bam, you're ready to go. And you just kind of point your fire hose of doom in their direction, and it works. Dual Toxicist, you hit a couple heads, cool, it'll do the rest for you. You go from tap, tap, tap to continuous. I know that it's hard to balance between the two, but there's a difference between hard to balance between and very clear differences in capability. Very clear differences. It's kind of impressive in a sense just how far different it is now. Yes, in fact, I do find it weird as well how we went down that road of nerfing AoE and then bringing in the Incarnants as we got them. And again, the only real holdback on that is that you need to charge your Incarnants. You can't just fire off a later Incarnate projectile constantly, like the early AoE meta where people just blindly flying through missions, putting Brahma or Tsar or Ogre shots wherever they damn well please and killing everything and winning. And taking away all the fun in the process. That was the bigger problem, is taking away the fun of anyone else in the squad and blowing up your retina. Now with the Incarnants you do have to spend some time gaining charges, but still it's a heck of a lot of AoE, and also it undid the ammo issues that they added to AoE, which is weird. It's hard to tell where they wanted to go with that, to be quite honest with you. I would say the AoE situation is better though. I would say it is better. We don't have things getting completely obliterated to the level it had gotten to. But yeah, it's still kind of wild, isn't it? Yeah. It's hard to really put all the pieces together, and part of that is because, well, the community is not homogenous. There are different groups, different interests to different people. How do you balance that? How do you make one PvE game where everyone is satisfied? But yeah, we don't have Wukongs with Tsars everywhere. That is definitely a thing. It's not Wukong Tsar all over the place. That's a positive. And as much as you could go into a mission and go NPC Cruiser, it doesn't quite have the same effect. Mostly. Also, personally don't mind what Warframe is now in terms of difficulty. Don't personally love the bosses in the game. The game's difficulty hasn't ever been what I played Warframe for. I think we sort of defeat the purpose with Pound Fantasy. Okay. We just have Rev Tsars now? Not to the same extent, no, not really. News on the updated bug design. Moon, so I'm waiting for confirmation that all the ones on the current setup have been delivered before I make the changes on that. But on further look at it, Moon, I think I'm going to be increasing the size of the imagery and removing the shadow on it. I mean, Moon, you've got the mug yourself, right? Yours should have turned up by now, yeah? Yours should have turned up by now, because you're like the day it was designed. Right? Been used for over a week. Okay, so be honest, Moon, and I mean 100% honest. I had to pull up my brother on this earlier on, because he just smiled and said nice things until I pointed out that I wasn't happy, and then he was honest. So be honest. Look at the design, look at the shadow on it, and tell me it looks how it looks on the image. Tell me it looks the way we wanted it to come out, once the limitations of printing are taken into account. But I would say it isn't. Like, for anyone wondering what the hell Moon and I are talking about, it's that mug design. It's just... nah. That design, it's 90% the way there, and that 10% is holding it right the way back. So I will be removing the shadow and increasing the size of it, and it'll look a lot better then. Then it'll be 100%. Looks fine to you, you have Turbolize. There's also the fact that it's coming through the stream, so it's going to look even worse again. Like, overly contrasted? Well, it's actually a lack of contrast which is losing it more than anything. If I switch this over to a screen that I just use for checking my webcam normally, so I get really big on the screen here. Hello! Don't know if the camera's going to want to focus. No. Let me... Come on, camera. Focus. Focus. Camera. Hello. One sec. I might need to force the camera to focus. Camera. Okay, it's refusing to focus on something that close. It is a cheap camera. But yeah, is that a snake? That is a snake. Yeah, and the fact that you have to ask the question shows that the shadow is broken it. The fact that you have to ask shows that it is broken it. So I'm just going to remove that. It just doesn't work. It straight up just does not work. Anyway, back to this screen. It's a much nicer looking screen. Off-topic question. Do the end rooms of containers on podiums or semi-hidden container places have different loot probabilities, or they're just there to look fancy and have more rolls than standard container? Do the end rooms with containers on podiums or semi-hidden container places? Without more detail as to exactly where you're looking, I have no idea. Why a snake? Brother Oni, I think your answer has just been posted twice. In the community committee that came up with the design, for everyone who signed up for the committee, when coming up with the design, and that was designed for the postcard, we've used the same design on the mug. The idea was to capture the idea of the Cantoneer, the idea of the logo, but make it more realistic looking. But then to give it that pizzazz, give it that something else, that connection to what this community has become and what my content has become. And I main Lavos. Lavos has this black and orange approach to his look that I've gone for, and that creates the Lavos snake. But I didn't want anything specifically Warframe, so we went with the snake itself. It was a brilliant community design, and then passed along those details to the artist known as Sylphix, another creator in the Warframe community, and that is what they produced for it, and it looks amazing. I miss you, DJ. Honestly, Predator Queen, I don't miss it. I was in the middle of talking, but okay, be a little bit demanding. Just gotta say, that's the second time today. Granted, I missed your earlier message, but that is a bit demanding. So let's see, you wanted us to switch to ambient, mate. I've got ambient, yep. There we are. Cool. There we are. That's loading up. Right. For example, the balls on the ceiling of the void, we need to stand on the middle for them to open for 4 seconds. The containers and the digger in the cremated mines tile set. I think those are probably just normal containers. I think they're just normal containers, sorry. Hard to tell for certain, because D don't publish every single drop table out there, but I think they're just normal ones. Yeah. Alright, so, as we say, both mug types came out the same, guessing it's the same snake image that's the originating issue. Yeah, so this one I've got here in my hand at the moment actually has the snake image on both sides, but I have the other mug as well, which is image one side, text on the other, and, well, compare the two. Compare and contrast. Here is the snake mug. Here is the original Kenjin mug. It kind of speaks for itself at that point. Kind of speaks for itself at that point. So yeah, I will be, once I've got confirmation for those original orders have gone through and arrived, I think it's just Athlia waiting on, make sure that she gets hers. And she said she's happy to still get this one, so that's fine. I will be updating the designs on the merch store, re-releasing them properly. That's what we're going through there. Cool, anyway, Basmu. What other weapons in its kind of category can we compare it against? I mean, how did the stats compare against the Excelsior? I mentioned it, others mentioned it, I didn't actually bring it up. Magazine, twice as big. Damage direct is down by 1/3. Crit stats massively higher. Status, nothing to talk about. Direct damage, second attack? Oh yeah, it has a second attack, yeah. And then the radial attack goes from the 19 to 44. Though the fall off does drop. What's the range on it? Range is 4 rather than 1.7. So the fall off by 1.7 is actually going to be about that 20%. And then the extra is just bonus range. Same fire rate, but it's more magazine. Better crit stats directly. Better damage overall. Doesn't require you to do some crit finagling to get that bonus in the first place. The Exceltra does just look better, doesn't it? The only downside to the Exceltra is that it has 3 magazines, then you're out. Which is kind of a big deal. 3 magazines and out is... problem. That's a problem. Yeah. Yeah, the Exceltra ammo situation is just terrible for it. It really is terrible. This one got hurt hard. I mean, this tells you everything you need to know about the Exceltra and my thoughts on it. This is my config A for the Exceltra. That's that's my config A on it. Yeah. I got hold of the Exceltra after needing the Exceltra. It's not there. What about Tenet Flux? Source of battery, projectile shot. It's going to get a bit different there because at that point we're dealing with a very different weapon type, to be quite honest, and it's a Tenet weapon. Comparing those two is a bit harsh. But again, if we grab first of all Basmu, and then the Flux Rifle. Fire rate goes up, crit stats, crit chance is slightly up, crit multiplier slightly down, status slightly down, so actually that's about on the level. Reload, technically about the same. So wait, it technically works. Ammo should be fine enough. Damage, direct damage has gone down. But we have got that fire rate increase. And then no alternative to it. But as much as direct damage is down, we then have the bonus here, which brings it back onto the level near enough. Because at 60%, you're getting 13.2 on top. So that 22 becomes 35.2. Ever so slightly down. Innate slash, though. And no AoE. So don't forget about that damage loss. No AoE. That's closer than I would have expected, to be quite honest, stats-wise. That is closer than I would have expected.
25k bits even, and a reason to interrupt Ken? Sign me up.
Betty, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Have you really reached 25k? Have you... No way you've actually reached 25k total you've done now. That's insane. Wow. Thank you. What's the Exceltra even do? Fires rockets, small explosion area on them, 4 meter radius, and runs out of ammo very quickly. Yeah, that's about it. How's Basmu so far? Good for its level. Kind of. Good for its level. Good if you're running out of ammo emissions. Do I have a build on this? I don't know if I actually have a build on this. Oh, I do have a build. That's fallen off. Let me fix you. There we go. That does change things a bit for it. I mean, what happens if I just grab this here? Pause the AI, because don't want to get screwed around by them. Let's get some work done, but let's try this against the Exos. Yo, FatCat2345, thank you very much for subscribing here at 17 months. That is no short amount of time right there. Thank you very, very much. Do appreciate that. I hope you're doing well there, FatCat, absolutely. Let's bring in the same units we've been testing against. I know it's not maximum level, doesn't matter. Same units we've been testing against. I mean, that gets some work done, doesn't it? I mean, I'm definitely abusing punch through there, but it's some work done. And now Avenger has kicked in for a bit, just to ramp up the crits a bit more. Yeah. Is gas build good on any weapon at all? Some weapons sometimes. Mostly it becomes good when you're using some kind of grouping mechanic. Gas usually locks you out of applying viral the same way. So you need to do a lot more work with it. I just never really been a fan of gas builds. They exist, I'm just not interested. Is the alt fire and Amprex of sorts? The alt fire of, well, the Basmu. It's very similar. It's very similar, but the Amprex is stronger, it seems. You'll stick to Fulmin and Nasruk? I mean, Fulmin and Nasruk get work done, yeah. They absolutely get work done. Electricity kind of better gas. Honestly, not wrong, because you can go electric viral on the same weapon, especially. It just feels nicer to use, yeah. You can get more electric procs onto a target. Granted, it doesn't linger around after death, but with the small range on those status procs, right? Gas down after death only really matters when you're hard grouping stuff. Yeah. Gas is capped, yeah. Not only is gas capped, I think... I can't remember. I think gas only uses the 10 most recent procs as well. So if you apply an 11th proc, which was a non-crit, and your first proc was a crit, your damage actually goes down. Which is kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid. And if I recall, the only reason that gas only goes to 10 procs is because it's meant to have a limit on the range. But that just... why? Just why? Have the range stop at 10 but continue stacking procs. It's not rocket science, right? Ah. It's a thing. Is gas due a buff or rework? Gas could be in a better spot. I would say that Puncture is lacking more. Cold's in a good spot now, but Puncture is lacking more. The change to it just basically did nothing. Blast is just dead. Impact... Impact could do with some assistance, to be quite honest. Magnetic needs some help. Magnetic really needs some help. Yeah, gas being uncapped would be enough for it. Just take away the cap on gas. It has its place. Job done. Impact can be turned into slash. Impact can be turned into slash. That's not really impact, that's slash. Impact opening up mercy kills more easily. Positive. It's got some side staggering. Positive. So it has got some benefits there. Puncture is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Blast is a near non-existent status proc. Magnetic is struggling, as I say, as well. Puncture is okay, that reduces enemy damage from them. Yeah, so you're going to be focusing on applying a status to reduce the enemy damage rather than killing them. Killing enemies reduces their damage by 100%. Focusing on applying that much puncture to enemies just to reduce their damage when you could be focusing on killing them is a poor trade-off. It's a really poor trade-off. And yeah, there is a benefit to puncture of giving you some crit bonus as well. It's minor. It's really minor. I've clicked the wrong thing. Yeah. Increases critical chance of damage taken by up to 25% with multiple stacks. It's so minor. Like, if your damage is good enough with those 5 puncture procs, your damage was probably good enough without those 5 puncture procs. That's how minor it is. It's just bad. And the cold crit buff is even worse. It is just even worse. Thankfully though, cold is usable for crowd control. For slowing things. And it's damn good at that now. That's its main use. Yeah. Impact is, it's in a weird spot. Does puncture work on Frost Bubble? I'm not sure what your question actually is there, sorry, Zach. Drugs will say reduce the enemy damage by ice works on bosses. Bosses can only take a limited number of status procs in a lot of cases. As for how much it reduces their damage, maybe. Bosses aren't usually a big focus for actually having to reduce their damage, though. It's more dealing with their mechanics is the big concern in boss fights. Either that or they'll use kind of ability effects, and I don't know if those are even affected. But yeah, it's all a thing. Is there a way to actually use corrosive as an armor strip? Heard it can be done. Can't tell what kind of weapon would work. Basically, it just strips 80% at full corrosive stack. I'm not sure what else needs to be figured on that moon. It allows you to massively reduce enemy armor, whilst also having a bonus against varied armor, making it easier for using direct damage kills rather than going for the slash kills. Not sure what else there really is to understand about that. And we demoed earlier here on stream that it works, so, you know. I'm not sure what else you're looking for on that one. What I'm looking for is Setilastra to explain itself now. Because we've gone through the Basmu at length. It's certainly one of the weapons of all time. It fits into a roundabout Hamprex tier, maybe slightly lower, maybe slightly higher, depending on your personal favoritism towards it. It really benefits from Adazakavat and Arcane Avenger, which are not exactly things you can guarantee having access to at the tier that you get access to the Basmu. And then other things just come online which are just more powerful, quite frankly. Kuva weapons will obliterate it, Tenet weapons will handily deal with it. Incarnate weapons completely overshadow the Basmu. The Basmu I put at a high B. Probably a high B tier. No ammo issues to worry about. Able to effectively deal with multiple types of enemies. Various benefits you can build into. Yeah. Does Setilastra have special features or augments? So that is the question, isn't it? That is the question. Let's have a look. Do I have any kind of mod lying around for it? Nope. Okay, and this modding tells me how much I've used a Setilastra. It hasn't even got a patat into it. Setilastra. If you were a wiki, what would you have to say about the Setilastra quickly? It's a variant of the Lastra, improved critical chance and attack speed with some expense to status chance. Weapon deals primarily electric, and that's about all they have to say for it. Yeah. Yeah, that's about all they have to say for it. It has a slammed status electric, and who cares about that? Just a funky event sword and whip. It does seem like it, doesn't it? Let me just throw one of these into it. I don't care. Let's see what we can make happen with it. Probably not a lot. Probably not a lot, but let's see. Why not? We've got Blood Rush, Weeping Wounds, the usual crucial. Organ Shatter for our crit damage. Gladiator Bite for even more crit damage. And what can we fit in for the 7 there? Speed. Can we fit anything in with that for attack speed? Apparently not. I'd have to former it. Do I really want to former it, to be quite honest with you? Actually, if I take normal Fever Strike instead, can I... There we are. Let's go for Quickening. Just... I know it's not as strong as Berserker Fury, but it doesn't require stack building. And that's preferable right now. Alright, let's go with something a little bit more basic. Let's go Troopers, because they're weak to corrosive as well. Let's start here and see what happens. Okay. Okay. I don't like the way it's throwing them around with the neutral attack, so I'll use the forward attack. Alright, well, so using corrosive, and it's got natural slash happening as well by the looks of it. Yeah, it's able to handle web corrosive and slash at once, which is certainly one of the things of all time. I might go slash viral. Slash electric viral. Let's step it up then. Let's step it up to the exo-GOG stats. I'll need to get rid of those first. Once we go for lol, he's a bit ridiculous, what happens then? I mean, it's not winning awards. Not with this setup, anyway. Switch off the corrosive. We're clearly using Clash to kill here. So... can I fit viral on right now? Not like this, I can't. Yeah, I'm one short to do it like that. Do I have a downranked prime pressure point? I do not. Downranked organ shatter? I do. And just to be able to actually get the damage type combination on here. It's a bit jank, but let's try it. How come melee arcanes not a thing? Because melee needed nerfing at the time that guns were given arcanes. But D may have overtuned it. Besides, we don't want that same whole stacking approach. We've already got it in combo, we don't need more stacking things. Okay, so let's get that combo re-established and see what we can make happen. We're at max combo now. And, well, I mean, things are happening. Kills are killing. I don't feel amazing about it still, though. I don't feel amazing about it. Which is to be expected. It's the Seti Lacera, it's an event weapon. Nothing requires it to be amazing. It can get kills done. Granted, this isn't fully modded. I'd have to former it to get the maximum out of it. 4 slash rocks on the stance? I didn't check the stance, to be quite honest with you. Let's do some neutral attack. It's got some ragdolling. Whatever value that is. We've got some weird other attacks we've got access to. What is that even doing? Oh, I hate it when weapons just throw enemies around in melee. That's just so inconvenient. Seems like another melee? It does seem like another melee, doesn't it? Let's see. Yeah, so it has got some 4 slash on the basic attack, on the forward attack, none there. A little bit on that one. And just nothing there. Yeah, this one's got lifted stairs. This one doesn't say anything about the lifting and throwing around. That's weird. But this is just basic attacking and walking around here. It just doesn't feel interesting to me, to be quite honest. It's got nothing special going on about it. It's an electric blade and whip. Is it blade and whip? I think it is. Yeah, blade and whip. So it's an electric blade and whip that does some electric blade and whip stuff. And that's really about the long and short of it that I'm seeing. Who do I think is going to be the power level under Gaff's new whip? What do I think? No idea. I don't have access to the weapon. It's not in the game yet. We'll find out when it's here. I don't see anything I'd even want to spend time on. In fact, I don't think I'd even want to do a video on the Seti Lacera, to be quite honest with you. It just feels... Can I not search by this category? Okay. What's in the Blade and Whip category? Do me a favour, Egg. Wiki, Blade and Whip Warframe. Category Blade and Whip. Says Lacera, Jetkusa, Mios. Is that it? Crikey. Well, I mean, it's not got a lot of competition then, has it? Vertilag? No. Vertilag's a... Yeah, Vertilag's a straight up whip. Yeah. We're looking at the... Doesn't even freaking... Why can we not search by type? Why? The Jakusa. Right then. Jakusa, fair bit slower. Much higher critical stats, but status in the absolute bin. Same direct damage. And let's see here, it becomes much more of an impact focus. So the slash is dropping off, although it's also got heat as well. So slash heat, yeah. So, sorry, more impact heat. Slash is the secondary focus, whereas on the Setilastra, slash is still somewhat secondary to that electric, but the other physical stats not really getting in the way as much. But those crit stats do a lot of work. A lot of work. Also, tiny amount less range. 0.5 follow through. I've just noticed that for the category. 0.5 follow through is... Oh, that's horrible. For anyone who's unaware as to what follow through is as a stat, by the way, anyone new to melee, welcome to it. You can hit multiple enemies at once with a melee attack. For every enemy hit, the subsequent hits are reduced by the follow through as a cumulative multiplier. So first enemy, 100% damage. Second enemy, in this case 0.5, half damage, 50%. Third one, 25%. Fourth one, 12.5%. Fifth one, 6.25%, and so on. And because of the way that mathematics works, it's actually easy to figure it out. When it comes to follow through 0.5 against an infinite number of enemies, you would deal double your stated damage. Double. Because if you got 1 plus a half plus a quarter plus an eighth plus a 16th and so on all the way down, add that up infinitely, you get 2. So a follow through of 0.5 hard limits you to double the listed damage of the weapon, half of that being applied to one enemy. Yeah, mathematical limits. Now throw you back into calculus, it's fine. Just being aware of the fact that 0.5 follow through is hard limiting you that way. Whereas, for example, 1.0 follow through, which I think DeGav's Melee is going to enable temporarily, we'll have to look into details, but with 1.0 follow through, there is no cap on your damage. With 1.0, as soon as you're hitting 3 enemies, you are getting 50% more damage than this could ever give you against an infinite group. And it's just slightly more than 50% damage more than this will give you against a group of like 4 enemies, so, you know. Does Jakusa's special ability actually do anything? Charge strikes ignite and explosive blast range. Charge strikes are going to be heavy attacks. They just got to change the name on that. Oh yeah, there we are. Bang. Bang. That's what it's doing. So yeah, it does a thing. I don't actually care for it, but it does a thing. At the end of the day, melee is melee. Does it look good on levels? Thank you. I'm just not going to read that out, Borfin. Yeah, there's nothing really to say about the Setilastra, and in fact, it's so unsayable that I don't think I want to spend enough time making a video on it. To be quite honest with you, I don't think it would be worth anyone's time. If anyone really wants some guide on just how bad the Setilastra is, watch someone else. Quite frankly. Watch someone else. I don't think it will be worth my time to make that guide. I don't think it would be worth anyone else's time to watch that guide. From everything I'm seeing from it, it's just uninteresting. Yeah, quite frankly. It's just... a bad melee. The whole category just feels naff, and the stats on it don't inspire anything into me. No, I've got nothing more to give you on that one. Feels like Nabrus' MR thought of the event. Well, it's older weapons. Like, let's have a look at this. When did the Seti Lacera come out? Seti Lacera was introduced into the game 2020. Hold on, that's after the Fulman. Never mind, I've got no explanation. What the hell? Never mind. I have no explanation on that one. 2020. Like, yeah, it's 3 years old at this point, but 3.5. But still. Interesting. The follow-through set on the Chrono Prime 0.6. Yes. In the Chrono Prime's favour, however, is the sheer spinach and slash proc effectiveness of it, which kind of goes well. You've requested a Pro Guide at some point in the future. I am going to be doing a Pro Guide at some point in the future, yes. I will be covering all Warframes eventually. I was intending to cover Equinox, actually. I was intending to have an Equinox video out by this point. And then it turns out that D are changing all kinds of mathematics about shield gating and shield tanking in general, and the mods are all going to look different with different stats on them. I figured, okay, yeah, at this point, stop, wait for that update, retest my Equinox stuff, then continue. And what do you know, they then also declare changes to health conversion, energy conversion, equilibrium. So I have to sit back and wait. So yeah, I intend to be covering all Warframes eventually, but it takes time to cover them. It just takes time. Not just to make a video, but to actually properly research the frame so that when you watch the video, you know you're getting the answers that allow you to properly use it. Yeah, I can't answer every possible detail. I won't. I just simply refuse. But to give you enough to know, yeah, that's solid. It's not just some guy spouting nonsense. Because let's face it, anyone can just load up their game, record it, as long as you have the hardware, record it, and say anything they want. Doesn't mean it's right. But I only got here by making sure that 98% of the time it is right. I'll take 98. I'm allowed 2% wrong. It happens. Is Equilibrium getting cooked? No, quite the opposite. Equilibrium is gaining the ability to pick up health and energy orbs even when you're at max health and energy. Do I have a Gauss guide? I do not. No, I do not at the moment. I have a Gauss build if you want one. You can just copy that and then not have any explanation as to how it works. There you are. This Gauss has done a lot of good work for me. I'm quite happy with it. Yeah. Job's a good one. Good luck affording it. And we're good. Right then. Seems we will need to wait until the update and rebuild everything again. Not rebuild, but they'll do some work, yeah. There'll be some changes. And a Protea build, please? I don't know if I have a Protea build I'm happy with, to be quite honest. I don't know if I have one I'm truly happy with on her. So I'll see where it is. Do I just not own a Sheev? Seriously. Sheev is... It's definitely not any of these other slots. What? Where? This still feels weird to me. I can't link it. I don't seem to have it. What is going on here? Oops, did not mean to roll. Ah! How did I get stuck in there? What the? Let me check the foundry. Did I leave a Sheev in here? Sheev. Why not? I've not. No. Surely not. No. Oh, wow. Okay. Right. Apparently, I have never actually even obtained it. What? I mean, yeah, invasions are annoying to get all parts from, but what? Hold on, bear with me a moment. That's embarrassing. Fast travel.
Did you come to talk about...
No, I came because I misclicked. Back off. Daughter, hello. Nabra
Now,
Streets.
these
Sheev.
ghoulish little knickknacks have been in the family for generations. I can't just give them away.
I mean, you practically are when it's about the tokens, let's be real now. Your mum hands out tokens like they're going out of style.
Let's keep tradition. See you soon.
But hey then, there we go. Well, that made life a lot easier, didn't it? For once, Nabra's actually coming through for me. There we go. Beautiful. 12 hours that'll be built. Or I can rush it for 35 platinum. No. Can I have a look at it through here? Not even through there? Wow. Is it even worth 35 plat? I don't think it is. If I just quickly have a look, can I actually check the stats in the shop in Navros? Will that work? Surely that should work. Surely. Nothing in the game is worth rushing? I mean, it depends on your value of worth, so, yeah.
Now, these ghoulish little knickknacks have been in the family for generations.
Here we go, right then.
I can't just give them away.
Where's half the stats? Where are half the stats? Huh? Does it have them on the Seti Lastra? No. Why? What? How? Why are there? Why is there a reduced stat page? Huh? What? Anyway, 13% critical chance. Bad. 2.1 times critical multiplier. Could be better. 25% status. Not terrible. Lot of slash. Good. 270 damage. Need to compare to other stuff. Attack speed 0.6. Follow through. Special features. Anything else information-wise? That's so weird. That is so weird. It's just so minimal on the stats there. Basmu? Basmu doesn't even acknowledge that it has an alternative fire. What? What? Why?
The Orokin would laugh at death on Nabra's
Why are we hiding
I guess
information
the last laugh
on the blueprint?
was death.
Huh?
Here's to her.
Can I click on it? It's ah, there is more in here. Good shout, good shout, good shout. Alright, now I can go to the sheep then. Here we go. Right then, blocking out 45, cover duration 5, follow through 0.9. Yeah, dagger, that's good. Range 1.7. Cool. I don't know what more detail I actually needed, but there we are. Alright. Built for close combat, the sheep's plasma blade slices through flesh and armor with equal ease. Plasma, don't slash. Go figure. There we are then.
See
Thank
you
you, Liv.
soon.
Why attack speed so low? Because you need to keep things slow for the Grineer, otherwise they get confused. Carl's just like, dagger go fast? Carl not like. So, Karis Prime is at the same speed there. Karis Prime, rather than 270, is 344. Karis Prime is the built-in toxin to go with its slash. Karis Prime has a higher crit chance and critical multiplier. I think that's a higher status as well. And a slightly higher blocking angle. Is that a higher range as well? I kind of range 1.7, yeah. So range 2.2. So yeah, the Karis Prime is just superior. Karis Prime is absolutely superior. And then, of course, the Inodem exists. What level is the Sheev? Sheev is Mastery 5. It's only 5. Okay. And what is the Karist? Normal Karist. Karist is Mastery 6. So that would be about our comparison point then. Blocking angle 45, damage 273 versus 270. Crit chance actually slightly lower. Status, can't remember what the status was on it now. And then this one is less slash focused by far. But then still has a toxin. Yeah. So Sheev is looking like it's on the level of basic Karist, which, considering basic Karist exists, also it's got slightly higher attack speed. Basic Karist exists, and then you've got all the others you can move on up to. Yeah. Raxa Dark Dagger, much higher attack speed, same blocking angle, damage slightly lower, but that'll be part of the attack speed. Crits, ooh, terrible in comparison. But then it has radiation and does the radiation healy thing. And also can probably access other effects beyond that. Range 1.75, yeah. Yeah, the Karist Prime is pretty nice in its comparison there, but still. Overall, I think we could look at the Sheev and go, yep, that's fodder for most people. If you are an MR5 player, go enjoy your fodder. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, at the same time, isn't MR5 also going to then have access to Broken War near enough? Either Broken War or Broken Scepter. I forget which one you'll get at about that time, but you'll get one of these around that level from the quests. And something tells me that Broken War is going to do a little bit more than the Sheev. Slash focused, good attack speed, worse follow through, but the crits are absolutely laughing. Yeah. MR5 has access to Zoris? Oh well, there we are then. Quests go burr, eh? Quests go burr. Zoris. Higher blocking angle, and more importantly, it's a goddamn glaive. Job done. Yeah. That would definitely do it, wouldn't it? So, yeah. Sheev, Seti Lacera, I think I can just ignore both of those. I don't think any kind of video on those will be worthwhile. Even including them in a triple video. If I did Basmu, Seti Lacera, Sheev all in one video, it again wouldn't be worth your time, would it? It just wouldn't be worth your time. Well, it's a shame to say, but it's just the truth. No one needs a guide on how to build a MR fodder weapon. No one needs a guide that says, hey, here's a Seti Lacera, it's shit. Build it, level it, feck off. Reverse Protea builds? I don't remember who, sorry. I know you're asking, so yeah. Yeah, these weapons aren't exactly new, they're not exactly powerful, not exactly worth consideration beyond what we've done on this stream here. And that's why we investigate things, to see if it's worth it or not. Sometimes I come up with duds. Sometimes I look at something and go, yeah, not worth it. I might actually just round off the end video of the Basmu with, oh, by the way, if you're talking about the Seti Lacera and Sheev, build and bid them. Job done. Build it, rank it, bin it. Yeah, Marcel's, yeah, that. And the Basmu is the weapon you would expect at the rank that you can get the Basmu. It's got nothing else for it. It's not a Kuva weapon, it's not a Tenet weapon, it's not an Incarnate weapon, it's not some meta quest weapon, it's a sentient war instrument, and it has a weird health leeching perk, which can be used for healing, frankly. Like, that is a positive to it. You saw how much health it generated for my Lavos. It was actually keeping it alive. Some guy did a 6x3 Tridolon with the Basmu. Not surprised. You can do all kinds of things with the Tridolons these days. Not taking away from that guy's achievement, but I'm not that surprised. After I found out that someone was able to take down Eidolons with the mining laser, anything's possible. Anything's possible. So yeah. Yeah, the number of people that sell the Zoris either partway through or after the quest... Well, not by the way, but after the quest is just insane. Like, why? It's clearly a tool designed for a job. It's one of the most powerful weapons you can get a hold of, certainly so easily from a quest. Why get rid of it? So many strange people like that. You'll do that with anything, to be fair, yeah. If you look long and hard enough, you'll find a person to fit people for anything. So, just don't look. Just don't look. But, yeah. Gauss, please calm down. Yeah, Basmu is very much a weapon of its time. There's not much more or less that can be thought about it. Just that. Someone say, they say they don't know how to throw and explode because the quest requires it. The quest may require it, doesn't mean they know how to get value out of it. Like, if we took the Zoris and modded it like a daft new player, so you went, okay, I am the Zoris user. I got Pressure Point because I was told it is a good mod because it gives me damage and it uses electricity. So I got this electricity mod and I put that on there, and someone said that critical hits are great, so I got myself like this critical chance mod and this critical damage mod, and well, that's 19 of my capacity, and I've only leveled it to 19, so I don't know what more I could do with it. Hey guys, is there anything wrong with my build? It's not really helping much. And you see builds like this, it's like, I don't know how it went so wrong for you. People will judge weapons and frames whilst they're leveling them. Like, this level 5 Banshee doesn't really seem to be doing a lot. I don't think Banshee's that good of a Warframe. It's like, you... Why do I still have floor mods? I didn't have a reason to get rid of them. So DE's going to do it for me. But seriously, it's like... You'll see some builds like this of really new players. And like, I can't get anything to die. What's going wrong? It's like... I know it's not the most obvious thing in the world, but God, you're not even slightly trying to make this work, are you? Just level some mods. Take off these two, and level these two, and get the correct pressure point, but level these two, and my God, the difference it makes. Because let's see, we've got 1, 2... if I switch to a normal pressure point, real quickly. So that's where it's currently at. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 pips to increase here. These are only 4 apiece. So it's going to be slightly more capacity in the end. But we've got currently looking at 165 total damage. Whereas if we went the correct way with it, of ranking those up, and it's not that expensive, it's at 501. You show that to a new player and they go, oh, wow. Like, yeah. It turns out you have to level things up in an MMO. So if I say, if D changed the Basmu to have its primary fire mark enemies to leech for ammo, there is still at least some... I'm not sure exactly where you're going with that, Simfi, but it sounds like you're basically redesigning the weapons perks. Anyway, there you are. I say, usually point new players towards your top 10 tips for more damage. And Brozyme's new player videos. Fair do. At some point, I want to redo that top 10 tips for more damage, because I'll be quite honest with you, it's such an old video that, one, it doesn't fully address everything now, and two, the pacing. And I know every single one of you has encountered this. Near enough. If you haven't, you probably haven't been watching enough of my guides. But I know that almost all of you have encountered this, where you've gone to an older video of mine, and the pacing is just... glacial. So next we're going to look at the Basmu. The Basmu is a sentient war instrument that can either barrage targets with explosive bolts or draw on its regenerative battery to create twin plasma beams that chain through targets. When fully drained, health is leached from nearby foes for a short period. So we're going to go over to the mods section now and look at the mods you can get for it. So if we go for the primary mods, and here we have the selection. It's not quite that bad, but it's so slow and long, and I made it that way and it hurts me now. Anyway, yeah. And that was how it was for a surprisingly long time on the channel, which hurts. I've been going through adding in the community captions provided by, well, members of the community. Crown Ladybug and Malice Details especially providing the most out of everyone on those, and it's forcing me to go into some of those older videos. I'm just in pain. I'll be quite honest, I'm in pain. In pain listening to some of them. But hey, there we are. Paul saying, how good are Melee's video is a really good example of old and weird pacing. How good are Melee's? Oh, is that going to be the Melee comparison video? Because honestly, it's been so long since I even looked at that one. Ken didn't have the energy that a handful of Discord trolls have injected into his bloodstream. Well, it's nothing to do with Discord trolls. It's to do with me getting a better understanding of just pacing, frankly. I'll be able to take the idea of a video and run it properly through from start to finish to understand the pacing, the engagement necessary for it. And even then, I'm still amateur hour at a lot of it. Yeah, you can tell the difference. You can really tell the difference. And I know that I don't speak with the same flow on stream as I do with videos. I know it's a completely different experience here. That's kind of intentional, to be quite honest. I make the videos to be appreciated as a guide. I stream to be appreciated as a streamer. They're two different jobs. They are two different jobs. Anyone who thinks otherwise, frankly, hasn't done both of them. Yeah. It's crazy to go back to older videos and not hearing the current end stinger. Yeah. Yeah, with a lot of the older videos I'd said had outro moments. I'd just include some kind of curious or interesting clip at the end, sometimes trying to promote the stream, so I would leave like, hey, look at what happens on the stream. Yeah, didn't really have the effect I was looking for a lot of the time, did it? It's just one of those things. Anyway, I am talking around in circles, and as much as I'm spinning the Basmu in circles, and I'm aware of the fact that we've actually really gone through everything I wanted to cover in this stream. We've kind of really gone over it. So, first of all, Platinum Raffle's going to be happening in a moment. If you haven't grabbed your ticket already, exclamation mark ticket in the chat for a chance to win it. Savage Numbers well ahead of me on that one. Already grabbing the ticket before I even said so. So there we are. Ignoring everyone who's already grabbed the ticket as well, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So I'll let you guys and gals grab yourself some tickets if you want a chance to win some platinum. Give you moments on that. Whilst we're at it as well, just a reminder that I am still part of the Quest to Conquer Cancer. There is the stream up and coming on Saturday, and so long as it arrives in time, that is going to be the most embarrassing stream I have ever done in my life, and probably ever will do again in my life. Yeah. That's, that. Made Cat Ken stream, yeah. Oh, probably, Esprit, probably. Like... I can wait for the stream. I can really wait for the stream. Like, this is either going to be the longest or shortest week of my life in the approach to this stream. And I just hope that the bloody outfit, when it turns up, has the right size, to be quite honest. Cat ears, please. You're getting the whole lot, Veston. You're getting the whole lot. It's your radio only, unless chat forces otherwise at moments. Your radio only, made outfit, cat ears, because we raised $2,500 for the Quest to Conquer Cancer. Yeah. Oh, that's good to hear, Umbrella. I'm glad you'll be able to enjoy the entire stream. I'm glad one of us will be. And the goal doesn't stop there. If you wanted to contribute more, and I kind of highly recommend it, because it is for a good charitable cause, the Quest to Conquer Cancer. You know, cancer is kind of a big fucking deal, in case you ain't figured it out yet. The goals continue. So every $200 is another form of chat forces onto whatever they have well please at my arsenal. Another 500, every 500 is another Umbral former you get to force somewhere into my Warframes. Every 1,000 is another Prime Access giveaway, and every 1,500 is another made outfit stream. Yeah. Yes, it has ICO, yeah. It's gone up 2,500. Primarily, I dare say, because Ray Hoover came in and went, I don't want to see the mainstream, but I do want to support charity, so $1,000. Boom. You say you wanted to put it towards the Spectre video. I will take that under advisement, Ray. I know you want to see research in Spectres. The Spectres are annoying as hell to research, but yeah. Probably should have said that at the time. Anyway, right, I think that's enough time for everyone to grab a ticket if they wanted a ticket. So if you haven't grabbed one, tough. It means you weren't listening to me in the last 2 minutes. So let's close that giveaway now. And reveal today. The one and only winner is indeed going to be... Not Flared Up. Not Flared Up, congratulations. You are the winner today of the Platinum giveaway. I'll be contacting you shortly here on Twitch to get hold of your Warframe username and platform. We'll get that sent on over to you. Congratulations there. Hope you spend it well. Everyone else. Everyone, actually. Not Flared Up as well. Everyone. Thank you very much for joining in. Those of you who have contributed so far to QTCC, you are absolutely amazing. I still mean it absolutely from the bottom of my heart, truly. It really does mean a lot. But that is all that we have got time for today. We're going to be raiding on over to another part of the Warframe community. Let's switch this little screen here. You get me up a little bit closer. I move things, move them out of the way so that we can find a stream to raid. Who are we going to raid today? That is the question. Who are we going to raid today? Let's open up the Warframe category. See who is live. Let's see. So, let's see. Someone by the name of Jamie Voiceover is live at the moment, 1.4k. What happened over there? Is that an English stream? It's filtered by English, yeah, okay. I don't know if you've been there before. It's VTubing, but it's also UTCC, and you know what? I'm on board with that. So maybe we should go visit Jamie Voiceover. I don't know if we've actually ever been there before now. Jamie Voiceover has drops active. Depths will have them in an hour, if that matters. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Where are we going now? That is an absolutely good shout. Seeing as I'm wrapping up, might as well head there. And raid should be active. Let me make sure I typed that correctly. Yes, I did. Wonderful. I'm not a moron for once. There we go. Once again, everyone, it's been wonderful. I'm just waiting for the adverts to go on my side because Twitch is once again filled with adverts in the UK. For a long time, UK adverts just didn't seem to be happening. Now they're back. Quick question. You've got 10 seconds. Hurry. 15 seconds. Hurry. Are postcards international? Yes. There are going to be some countries I can't get these to, but otherwise, yes. These are indeed international. So everyone who donates $100 or more to QTCC through my page will also be eligible for a personalised one of these sent to them. Absolutely. And for those of you who have already qualified for that, I'll be in touch shortly. Alright, the adverts are gone on my side. It's time to raid over. Let's show some love to another streamer. And we're all wrapped up here. You have yourselves a wonderful time. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.